Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Toby. Welcome to the podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome. I'm going to give a big shout out to my day ones for the past 6 years, my subscribers, my listeners. I appreciate people who talk about this podcast, who share this podcast, who support this podcast, who write reviews for this podcast. Really appreciate all your support. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been giving it away for free. So many people ask me why I don't film it, why I don't monetize on YouTube, why don't I charge people for it on Patreon? And their answer is because I don't want to. I love these conversations in my kitchen. I love the honesty. I love that people want to come back for 2 or 3 episodes, the reoccurring guests that I have all the time. I love it. No lights, no cameras. I myself do not like going on podcasts that are being filmed and have lights. I've done it a couple times. I'll probably never do it again. I don't feel like myself in those situations. So I want all my guests to be as comfortable as possible. I do have sponsors. The sponsors keep my shit going. They keep it alive. But I will never interrupt a conversation with an ad in the middle of it. People do that all the time, and I will never interrupt the flow of a conversation. So don't worry about that. But I do have amazing sponsors who I align myself with, who the products that I use on a daily basis. I've turned down so much money for sponsors that want to be part of this podcast with companies I've never tried or didn't align with. I'm very picky about who I have on my sponsors and have on this podcast. That being said, check out the sponsors. Joe, cue up the music. Since 1987, Rockabilia has been around doing officially licensed merch. No bootlegs from all the artists that I freaking love, from pop to hip hop to rock to hardcore to punk. Over 500,000 items on this website, independently owned, operated in the USA. Custom limited collabs drop every month exclusively on this website from visual artists and tattoo artists. We have so many bands that I love and artists that I love, from Gaga to Blink, Katy Perry, Bad Brains, Beastie Boys, De La, Tribe Called Quest, 50 Cent, Billy, Deftones, Dead Kennedys, DMX, Dr. Dre, Eric B. and Rakim, Goo Goo Dolls, Hall & Oates, Wu-Tang, U2, Snoop, TSO, and Paramore. Those is to name a few of all my favorite bands that are on this website. I've owned t-shirts from all those artists throughout my life. Now I know to go here only. All officially licensed merchandise. Check out Rockabilia Instagram. Also go to rockabilia.com and use my code OLLC10 and get 10% off. That's rockabilia.com. Use my code OLLC10 and get 10% off your purchases. Thank you to Rockabilia for being our new sponsor. Welcome to OLLC fam. As we get older, we start paying attention to what we put in our bodies. I personally have been listening to my body since I was 18 when I went vegan. I've always been focused on my health. It's super important, mental and physical health. But it's really important for people who are just starting to get more healthy and trying to step up their life. Doing your homework, reading the labels, researching and verifying everything that's quality. It's part of the game these days. That's why I started drinking AG1s. I'm so proud to have them as a sponsor of my podcast. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut support and is backed by multiple research studies so you can trust what you're putting into your body. We're all so busy these days, so just store a pack of AG1 in the morning into a cup of water and shake it up and drink it. I love the way it tastes. I do it every single morning. It's part of my routine. I bring the packets on tour. It's an incredible life changer for me. Many supplements only reference research from ingredients in their product, but I trust AG1 in my daily routine because it's constantly putting the formula to the test. It's backed by multiple research studies. In one of those research studies, AG1 was shown to have double the amount of healthy bacteria in the gut, which is super important because these help digestion in the immune system and the immune health. And these bacteria are known to help with digestion as well, gas and bloating, which I freaking need. And it also promotes regular bowel movements, what I can attest to. In another research study, 97% participants felt more energy after 30 days and 91% of the participants noticed that they needed less coffee after 60 days. I quit coffee like 5 months ago. I know I'm good on that. But AG1 is packed with a variety of nutrient-dense ingredients and is the perfect complement to my healthy diet. I drink it because I know it's going to work and it gives me a peace of mind covering all my nutrition bases for the day. In fact, I trust it so much, that's why I'm spreading the word about it. That's why it sponsors my podcast. Thanks to Angie Huberman for turning me on to AG1s, connecting me with them, and now they're part of my podcast. It's so easy and satisfying to start your day with AG1s. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of the vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your purchase at drinkag1.com/OLLC. That's drinkag1.com/OLLC. It's never been a better time to focus on your health and wellness and get back on track, man. Take control of your daily health. Health is wealth. Welcome to the One Life One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. Today, I have a very, very special co-host in the house, Might be the first time co-hosting. Maybe not. Maybe not.
It's first time co-hosting.
Okay, the legendary. Legendary. Let me say the bands. Blind Approach, Agnostic Front, Madball, now on the H2O. Did I miss anything else?
You hit it. You hit it well. The Eulogy.
The Eulogy.
Please.
The legendary Matthew Henderson.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
And the reason why we're here,
pleasure to be here.
The reason why we're here because we're both fans of this band.
100%.
And we were texting about this band during the week.
Yes, I was very excited to get this opportunity for that reason.
Yeah. In the house, legendary old hardcore soul, New York native, Shaolin, fucking Andrew Vacante.
Yo,
thanks for being here.
It's awesome to be here. This is crazy.
This is sick. We already talked about t-shirts, but yeah, how you doing? Welcome to the house, man. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, man. Lovely home.
Thank you, brother. And we have a mutual friend, obviously your cousin Chris.
Mm-hmm.
You're rocking his gear today.
Yep.
I know Chris for a really, really long time, man. Coming to our shows back in the day in Staten Island.
Yeah, he's the one that sparked this whole joint. I wouldn't be here without him right now. So
it's amazing. So you guys are out here doing Sound and Fury this weekend. You got program tonight.
Yes, sir.
You guys were just in Europe too?
I just got back from Europe with Terror. I was doing merch for them.
You were?
Yeah, in Europe. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're playing here tonight too, Terror. That's right.
Yeah, same night.
How long were you out for?
3 weeks. Yeah.
Were you rocking the mic occasionally?
Every night.
Sick, of course, of course.
That's part of the job.
Do you do that with other bands? Like, is that kind of a side hustle or?
Nah, it's actually the first time I ever got offered to do merch for like a band. Because Combust did a Terror run in Europe with them in December.
Okay.
And then me and the tour manager hit it off mad well. And I'm kind of just like, since I do everything for Combust, I'm kind of always just in the shit of it. And I'm down to just help.
Yeah.
And, if they needed a hand with anything in merch, I would kind of always just be the first one to be like, yo, I'm down. And then.
That's cool.
Yeah. And the TM Errol was just like, do you want to work this tour next year? I'm like,
you said Errol?
No. Yeah.
Shit, shout out to Errol, dude. that's Scott's right-hand man, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, right? Forever in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, always with him.
It's one of those things where if you come on the road, like, you could be the band's buddy and like, yeah, let's just bring him along.
Yeah.
And, you want to do merch? Yeah. And then you find out he doesn't know what he's doing. He's not paying attention. And T-shirts and money's flying all over the place.
It's true. But that's cool, man. Shout out to Terror, one of the hardest working hardcore bands of all time.
Absolutely.
Easily.
I put them in the top of the hardest working.
And great guys. I've known them for
guys,
years.
Dude.
Always enjoy hanging with them, and they kill it.
And if there's one human that represents hardcore to the fullest, till death, it's Scott Vogel.
That's definitely
man.
Scott.
100%, dude. Stays relevant, goes to show, supports all the bands. This is his fucking life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Touring with him is a blast because like we'll just be chilling and I'll just go Boulder Youth of today.
Yeah. Which is great. I love those conversations.
I think his is Boldo, isn't it? He loves Boldo because him and Adam had a conversation about that. He does. That's cool. Out there selling merch for Terror. That's fun, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
how long were you guys out there for?
It was 3 weeks.
Damn.
So, yeah.
And they kill it out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to see the crowds that come out for like, especially the festival season.
Yeah.
That's your first time being out there for festivals, or?
So Combust has played a couple fests, but not like the crazy big ones that Terror was doing.
Yeah.
They're like Hellfest
so
and
that
all
was your
that.
first exposure to that.
It was crazy, bro.
Well, keep going, man. I see you guys up on those stages.
You've been up there. You've been like 6 times or something to Europe, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Damn. Europe's another world, man.
I mean, a lot of people when Combust was gonna first go out there was like, yo, it's gonna be rough. But honestly, I loved it right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So
the food, the traveling, all that stuff.
I mean, the food is one thing, and like mainland parts of Europe, like
depends on where you are.
Central Europe and like Eastern Europe is kind of
that's true.
It gets a little rough food wise, but
yeah. But yeah,
McDonald's can always be found,
Yeah. worst case scenario. So obviously from Staten Island, you still live in Staten Island, born and raised there, grew up there. How was it growing up there? And do you have siblings and stuff?
I have a brother.
Okay.
Yeah, an older brother.
Did he get you into music or?
Nah, honestly, like my family wasn't my immediate family, like my mother and my brother, like weren't musical people. There wasn't a big influence of music. My mom really liked Michael Jackson.
Sick.
I remember that was a big thing for me when I was a kid, but like there wasn't a lot of musical stuff happening. So for a while, I kind of had to just like find stuff on my own kind of. And then I think that's just I think me growing up as a kid who kind of felt lost in a way. I mean, not to be corny, but like lost in a way. And then when I first had my first taste of like aggressive music, I kind of felt that immediate connection to it. So, and then from there, it just
what year were you born?
93.
It's crazy, dude.
93. It's crazy for
Damn.
me to think about
Me
that.
too.
Yeah.
We were
But
in the streets.
you know,
We were
the
hanging.
reason I ask is not so much, you know, how old are you, but like what was going on when you were growing up, what music was popular. I'm trying to think of what you would have been exposed to.
I mean, you guys were around. AF was around.
Well, but 90, I mean, Set It Off came out in 94. You're
Damn.
1 year old.
Yeah.
Jesus,
definitely would be a while before I found.
That just put things into
Bro,
more
that's
perspective.
bonkers,
Good
dude.
Lord. But
we didn't even start till 94.
So, but you
That's
tell
great.
me, like, what was the music you remember hearing, and then like, I don't like that, but I do like this.
Aggressive stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, through video games, kind of.
Nice.
So that's like my first, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtracks
Wow.
was like my shit. And then, but I didn't know it was hardcore punk.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, this is really good. And then from there, it's kind of, I got really into stuff like Limp Bizkit
Yeah.
and Eminem and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then when I got into junior high, I was exposed to metal from a friend, and he got me into metal stuff.
Yeah.
And I love that right off
classic
the bat.
metal or like
Like
Yeah,
what? Yeah.
yeah, like,
give me some names.
So like the first things were like System of a Down, and then Iron Maiden, and then Black Sabbath, and
So you went new metal and then back.
you went back.
yeah. So but we kind of like me and that friend that I made was kind of into all that
that's cool.
at the same time. You know what I
Older
mean?
brother? Did he have an older brother?
He didn't have an older brother. I don't know how he got into it. I don't remember how he got into it specifically. But he was like a shredder. Crazy good at guitar at the age of like 11 already, just shredding.
Damn.
And he was like a saxophone kid too. I mean, I think he's still. I don't really keep in touch with him, but I think he still plays in like wedding bands and bar bands
That's
and
cool.
stuff like that.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, but yeah, and then that's when when I was getting into metal, it was a super clean transition to my cousin showing me hardcore music and shit.
Yeah. What was like your first show you went to?
He took me to a Veil at the Knitting Factory.
Nice. Knitting
Yeah.
Factory in New York. That's a good spot,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
First
saw Hazen Street at the Knitting Factory too.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
With Stigma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was the first time I ever met Stigma, and I was outside by myself for a minute, and he came up to me, and he patted me on the head. He's like, enjoy the show, kid. And I was like, whoa, that was Stigma.
That's sounds just like him, dude.
That's exactly like him. And there's a lot of people that have like almost the exact same story that you just told, right? Because that's how he is. I mean, he is
Very
the guy
welcoming.
that like, he wants to make friends with you. Come
He's
on
the
in.
mayor.
Yeah, no, he was, I mean,
Damn.
yeah, it was cool. And I think that even from an early age, I think that was like, even though my cousin schooled me to everything that hardcore was about,
Yeah.
I think from an early age, that was like the first note, like when I noticed, whoa, hardcore really is like there's no barrier between a kid who's just into it and the people who are playing the music, you know,
Yeah,
stuff like
100%.
that.
Yeah, it's a great observation.
That's the first thing I think I noticed too, like the no separation.
And it's
Just seeing thing, big
it's
bands on
maintained, would
TV
you
and stuff.
think?
Yeah. It's what?
it's still the same, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
for sure.
that-
I mean, you have to barricades at festivals and shit like that, and
right.
you know what I mean. But like, basically, all the shows are.
But I
sick.
mean, the
You
point
guys
would
played
be,
a fucking record store tonight. Still shit, you know. What I mean?
it's great.
Yeah,
It's great.
of course.
It's great.
So how were you as a kid growing up? Were you like a good kid in school? Did you?
No, definitely not.
Were you a wild kid? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't wild, but I was definitely always getting in trouble in some way, shape, or form. I mean, like, I think you know, when you're growing up and you want to be the kid who's like class clown and shit, you're just gonna find your way into trouble and more troubling kids to surround you with and all that kind of shit.
Were your parents around? Like you had?
I just had my mom.
Okay.
My dad dipped when I was young. So, but my cousin Chris,
Yeah.
his uncle lived downstairs. His father lived downstairs from me. So,
Oh wow.
so he was like my dad for a minute, you know, and so that was the big thing why I got put on to my cousin's shit from that, because I was so close to my uncle.
Yeah.
He was
Like a
like
father figure.
Yeah, he was like, my son is into all this heavy shit. You know,
Yeah.
you should talk to him about music. And then that's when he schooled me on to that.
Damn.
So big shout out to Chris, Robots Will Kill.
Dude, so cool. What a small world.
Yeah.
And was your mom pretty open to you going to shows and stuff like that? And
Since
she
my
strict at all?
since my cousin was older than me,
Oh yeah.
I was before hardcore, I was already kind of playing metal shows and like going to local shows with my friends.
Okay.
So that was one thing.
What do you mean playing? You in another band?
It was like a metal band. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Did
So
you
that
sing
was,
in it or no?
Yeah, I was singing and playing bass. So
Wow.
I picked up bass like as soon as I got into metal
Okay.
because we wanted to do a band.
And you still play today? Like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you consider yourself a bass player in terms of like
100%. That was the
Okay.
first thing I picked up.
Nice.
So yeah.
Damn.
But she was cool about it because my cousin and his friends were older.
Yeah.
And you know, like my uncle was obviously like my son is responsible. He's gonna look out for your kid. You
Yeah.
know? So he would take me to all the shows in the city and all that shit. And then that's when I started going a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't start going alone, like taking public transportation and stuff more until I was like maybe 14, 15 kind of.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
still young. Like
Yeah.
Still young.
you know,
But it's later on though. You know what I'm saying? I keep thinking it's like our age or some shit. But he's talking about when he was born and then going like in the 2000s, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
you're talking about going from the house on Staten Island into the city.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a long, decent trek there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A lot can happen.
Yeah. My mom tried to shelter me for sure, but I think like you know, her being a single parent, there's only so much she could
Absolutely.
shelter me from, you know,
Yeah.
but especially when I started going to high school alone, like, you know, taking buses or whatever,
Yeah.
like alone, like that kind of vibe. I think she was more open to the vibe of me and my friends kind of venturing out and doing our own thing. And then
Yeah.
also I was just like, I'm gonna go either way.
Yeah. Were you partying and stuff like that as a kid or
Nah, I was straight edge
Oh,
when
shit.
I was like 11 or 12. So
Wow.
Are you today?
yes, sir.
You are. All
Yeah.
right.
Sick,
There
dude.
you
go.
I didn't even know
Is
that.
the band? Does the band? claim
No,
credit?
no, we're half and half.
Mixed
Yeah.
marriage.
Yeah.
And then what inspired you to be straight edge at that young age?
My cousin.
Damn.
But like I grew up in a household and family of like a lot of you know, drug addiction and crazy shit. So I think when I was first turned on to what straight edge was,
Yeah.
I was already so kind of solidified with I don't fuck with any of that shit.
Yeah.
So it kind of was easier for me to make that like, yeah, I'm straight
Kind of
edge.
scared straight a little bit too. Maybe.
100%. I mean,
was
when
too,
you get exposed to stuff like that, you're not gonna find interest in it. Especially there were kids on Staten Island and even kids who I was friends with at the time who were already getting into smoking weed and shit. You know, when you're 11 and 12. And,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't want any part of that. So
Damn,
Yeah.
11 years old. It's crazy, man.
I mean, that's unfortunately the way it was for me. And you know, like I'm talking about you know,
70s?
well, it would have been if at 11 years old, it would have been 1981, right?
Yeah.
So there was still a little bit of the 70s thing of like,
Yeah.
you know, freedom rock, dude.
well, yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, that was a
and
whole
it was
different
about
world.
drinking beer,
Yeah.
smoking weed, getting
Yeah.
fucked up.
It's the American way.
That was the thing
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then, you know.
Damn. Straight is just a game changer, bro.
It was
Such
yeah.
a powerful, important thing. It's just crazy, dude.
Well, it's burned into my brain, and I remember when I first saw it. You know, Ian MacKay talking about, you know, my main fight or my main whatever he said in the interview of Another State of Mind.
Oh, yeah.
Just pushing back on all the dummies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's like one of the most punk things you can do is go against
Yeah,
just
it
everything
was
inside you
true
that's happening, dude,
rebellion.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It just got crazy for a second. What were some of the straight edge bands you listening to?
I mean, the classics, of course. I mean,
Especially
Tell
from
me-
New York.
Give me a classic.
that Uniform Choice record when I was a kid was
Wow.
like
Banger.
Bible for me when I was
Scream
a
Me for
kid.
Change,
Yeah.
dude.
But then, you know, being in the time, Have Heart was a big one probably for me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Boston.
Okay.
yeah.
It's crazy because he's younger. So we think GB Youth of Today, which I'm sure he loves.
I have
Minor
a
Threat.
Today tat. Yeah, I got a Minor Threat tat.
Slapshot was Slapshot part of the rotation.
I loved Slapshot.
Damn, I threw a random in there.
Yeah,
And
Slapshot
then what
was
about
definitely-
Earth Crisis?
Of course, got an Earth
Yeah.
Crisis tat too.
We know we know you know the bands, dude. We know.
Well, I'm just trying to see if the
No,
band.
I don't think about Slapshot or anything about straight. I know he's straight edge, but I don't really think about that. That's interesting. Oh yeah, straight edge in your face. Okay.
They were.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you say that because on the Terror Run, Slapshot played.
Oh shit.
And it was like it's like their last Euro hurrah because I
Okay.
guess they're packing it in.
Okay.
But when I was talking to Link on the bus after the fest, I was like, is Choke still Edge? Like, I mean, if they're playing those tracks, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's a form of it. I don't know. We gotta find this out, though.
I honestly don't know.
I'm sure, dude. Why not?
Like, why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Earth Crisis still are.
Oh, yeah.
All vegan, all so ill, dude.
Yeah.
To me, they fly that straight edge flag so well. You know what I mean?
dude.
Strife was a big one, I think, too.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
But there also, when I was, like, getting into high school, there was a big straight edge, like, you know, all the Bridge 9 shit that was happening.
Yeah.
10-yard
So,
fight. How about 10-yard fight?
I love 10-yard fight, yeah.
Floor Punch around back then?
Floor Punch was a big one, too.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep. Great band.
Damn, there was so
Not
many.
Not for me. It was like one of my favorite songs when I was a kid.
And that was kind of that
in my
youth,
eyes, too.
that youth crew resurgence.
Yeah,
right?
in my
Boston
eyes.
brought a lot of that.
Yeah,
When I was
dude.
finishing school in like 93, I was friends with a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
In my eyes, right? 10-yard fight.
Yep.
My friend Ian Larrabee, Reach the Sky.
Reach the Sky.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
Oh, shit.
they were kind of more on the emo side of it, but that youth crew thing was, I liked it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So are you working? Like, what's your first job? Are you working when you're in school, too?
My first job, I think I had a paper route
Sick.
when I was
Classic.
like 13 or something like that. That shit was annoying, dude.
That's late in the game for paper routes.
It
too.
is, bro.
Yeah, like
Maybe not. I don't know.
2003.
I feel like I did that for a couple years, like maybe when I was junior high into high school, and then the thing that just annoyed me the most was the Sunday paper, because you had to like assemble it yourself.
Yep.
Damn.
And wake up at like 4:30
Yep.
as a kid and
Yeah, it's
deliver that shit.
brutal.
Like, who wants to do
Yep.
that, bro?
It's brutal.
There
I
would
get
be
it.
times.
You were paperboy, too?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's interesting to hear. I mean, again, that would have been 81, 82 for me, and he's going 20 years later.
That's wild, dude.
There would be times. So like, since my mother was kind of neurotic when I was a kid,
Okay.
and there would be times if I would come back from the paper out and have papers still. So that would mean I missed houses.
Oh, shit.
So if the first couple times that happened, my mother would bug out on me about it. So then I just started throwing them down the sewer if I had extra papers.
Now,
That's amazing.
but did you have to do the collection?
Yeah,
So you'd have to go to the houses
yeah,
and ask them to pay you.
Really?
And that's the only way you get paid,
Yeah.
by the way.
yeah,
What?
You are
And-
responsible for them to pay their bill.
yeah.
And then you
fucked
got to
up.
do the math, and you get
And
what's
some of
left over.
some of these motherfuckers wouldn't even answer the door.
Nope.
Wow,
Yep.
dude.
Yeah.
And the pay is nothing crazy, though,
But
probably.
think
No.
of this. Could you imagine? See, I think about being a parent now and having a kid. There's no way I would feel comfortable with them walking, multiple blocks around my house,
Yeah,
knocking
yeah.
on people's doors, talking to people that I don't know, asking for money.
It's fucking weird, man.
But
I
that's how
guess
it used to work.
I was about to say I
We don't think about that.
I never thought about it like that. I
Come
mean,
inside, want a cookie?
it was.
Exactly.
I think. But here's the thing. I think as a New York, like born and raised person, you have a different mindset of that.
Mm.
Yeah, sure.
Where it's just like, oh, you're in the neighborhood. Like my aunt's,
That's a great
my
point.
aunt's 4
That's a
blocks
great
away.
point.
My uncle's
Yeah.
house is like right on my paper route. Like I don't know. It's kind of like
You're safe.
and
So
Staten
safe.
Island especially, it's pretty
yeah,
self-contained.
yeah. Staten Island.
right?
I mean,
So
it's not as crazy
can
as
I ask?
the city
'cause
back then.
I lived with Roger, and it was Van Duzer Street.
Yeah, yo, that's where a venue that I would play like some of my first shows was on.
And I it's
Damn.
years now. I'm trying to remember. So there's a strip. Is it Bay Street?
Yeah, Bay Street. So
There's a
like,
Big King Cullen.
so yeah. So that whole Van Duzer, Bay Street, Broad Street,
Yes.
all that is like where every venue on Staten Island was located, like
Okay.
within like a 2-block, 3-block radius.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, but on those paper routes, I would have my Walkman, and I had the stack of CDs ready to go. You know, it was a big one on that paper route for a minute. I have fond memories of this. The Agnostic Front Warriors CD I had.
Nice.
Wow. Warriors.
Great
that,
record.
Because that came
That's a
out.
tough
Because
record.
that came out like a year or two after I got into hardcore music.
That's
it was
crazy,
like
the Warriors
2007
record.
or 8, I think. And it just came out, and I had
That's
it on my Walkman.
Great record.
Is that For My Family, For My Friends on
Yeah.
there?
Is that the one?
Yeah.
That's, it's on
yeah.
that
Yeah.
one?
Bangers. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
That first song though is just.
Bro,
I can't remember the name of it because it's.
it's well the first one is it's not Addiction, is it?
No, it's not. But it's on that record.
Oh my god.
we can find it. We think about
It's
it.
a great record.
But you know what's crazy? Like him just talking about that particular AF record. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
when people say like this certain record got me, you're like, okay, that one, but then you probably go back and check out the shit before that too, or You know what I'm saying? You deep dive into the catalog.
Yep.
Because that's such a later record.
Well, and then you always got
The first
people to chime
song.
in.
The first song is Addiction.
Is it Addiction?
Damn.
Okay, nice work.
And what year did that come out?
2008. Oh,
Damn.
2007.
Damn.
November 9th, 2007.
Hazen Street came out 2004. It's crazy, over 20 years for that too.
That's right. Yep.
Damn,
2004.
So you're on your paper out, your CDs, listen to hardcore. That's amazing, man. And what are your goals in school? Like, are you thinking about the future at all at that point?
I hated school, man.
Yeah.
I was like I said, I was always getting in trouble. I didn't like
You passed though, right?
barely.
Okay.
I barely passed. I was always on the verge of like, yo, your son might be getting left back, or oh, your son like you're like, you know, kind of on that shit. And then my mother sent me to a Catholic school 1 year. My freshman year, she said like you need religious discipline. But I got kicked out of that school.
Damn.
But that was like, I think it made it worse because you know you had the uniforms and the kids that like I didn't fuck with at all in that school, and like it made me even act out worse. So like I did some crazy shit honestly in that school.
Like violent shit, wild shit, or
just like stupid shit. Like I burned a Bible in the hallway.
That's fucking sick. I love that shit.
They would have dress down days, and I would purposely come in with like the most insane shirts that I had to like piss them. Like I would have Cannibal Corpse shirts, or like
that's like just inherent punk rock,
or like
spirit.
my Bad Religion shirt
spirit.
with the cross X'd out on it.
Like
wow.
You're not trying to be punk rock, but you just naturally are kind of like that guy. You know?
Dude, that's amazing.
Like my religion teacher threw a trash can at me once because I got into like an open debate with him about religion.
Holy shit.
Just stupid kid shit.
Yeah, you were made. He was made for this shit.
Not stupid kid shit though, really, because that's like that's showing
start questioning shit.
It's wisdom beyond the years of a child, is the way I'll put it.
Yeah.
And that indecision record was on rotate for me when I was.
It's all coming together.
So you start listening to this music and you start hearing these things people were singing about. Like, oh shit! Start questioning things. It's fucking
literally, yeah.
So, burning Bible in the school. Holy shit! You didn't get expelled for that?
So they were like. At the end of I got like 2 weeks of detention for it. They did like actual detention where you have to stay. And then at the end of the year, they brought my mother in and they were like, your son has had X amount of detentions throughout the year. And if he was to come back here, he would need to repeat the grade.
Damn.
So it's either he goes to a different school and I was like,
wow.
So then I essentially say I got kicked out because I'm not gonna repeat freshman year. So.
Yeah.
So now I'm piecing something else together though. Burning a Bible. You're Italian?
Yeah.
Staten Island?
Yeah.
Catholic?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Definitely did all that shit. Like went to communion, like made communion, confirmation, and all that.
Yep.
But that was, you know.
So burning a Bible, in all honesty.
My mother was having a heart attack, bro.
I bet. Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Did she think you were crazy because of the music you listened to and you doing all this stuff?
She take you to a priest?
Like a cult or something?
Did she bring you to the church? Like
no, but when I was a kid, she did. Not when I got it. Like so. There was definitely a point. I love my mother. We get along great now. She's one of my best friends. But there was a point when I was a kid, definitely where we did not gel on a lot of things. Like when I was 17, I got a "Humanity is the Devil" tattoo on my leg, like huge. It's a Baphomet with "Humanity is the Devil" tattooed on it, and that was like the breaking point for her because she is religious. So she was like, "You need to go into a mental institution. You need to like." She typed out this whole thing for me and left it on.
Wow, but you know what? That's a mother who cares.
Yeah,
no,
she can't.
But he wasn't drinking or doing drugs or nothing either.
No, but I can see why it would freak her out knowing her background.
Yeah, she's a religious woman.
To her point, like she cared. She didn't just like think. You know.
She was like, I think you need professional help.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Were you tripping on that? Were you scared you're going to send you somewhere or no?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I was just like, because it was just constant arguing with me and her when I was a kid all the time.
Yeah.
Just from playing shows, going to shows, getting into trouble. It was just always, I was just like, oh, this is par for the course,
Damn.
Yeah.
Where's that humanity come from? Is that lyrics from somewhere? What's that from?
What?
The lyrics on your leg.
Humanity is the devil.
Integrity.
Oh, that's what I fucking knew it, dude.
Yeah. Big integrity.
I'm like, I know the phrase, and I've been thinking where it came from, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's coming on this podcast in October. It's going to be a sick.
That's
combo.
awesome.
It's a bold phrase.
It's a bold phrase. It's pretty good.
Damn. You still have it?
So it was done by like some Staten Island dude who sucked kind of, and it was like black and gray work, and it got faded by the time I was like 22, and then my boy was like, "Let me just blast over that," and I was like, "Yeah, sure." So
Your mom's probably happy about that.
Sure.
Your mom probably still hates tattoos. Probably
she
too.
hates them.
Damn.
Yeah. She every time I get if I get anything else, she goes, "And when are you gonna stop? When are you gonna stop?"
Do you have any tattoos for her or anything or no?
Yeah, I got mom right here.
Oh, yeah, so that's one thing she can't really say nothing
She
about.
She goes, "That's very nice, but stop."
Was some of your first bands in high school too? The metal band was, right?
Junior high.
Was that Vice or was that Vice or
Vice
Recon?
wasn't until Vice was like freshman year.
Okay.
Or like freshman year or something like that.
That was like that's the kind of first official band, or?
Yeah. I mean, I was playing in metal bands for when I linked up with that kid first,
Yeah.
but then so like I said, the metal phase was kind of like less than a year for me,
Yeah.
and I immediately was like
Going to
getting
the
into
core.
hardcore. So we were a metal band, but we would cover like one time we covered Set It Off. One time we would cover Agnostic Front. And then I was like, yo, we got to be a straight edge band. And then like half the band was like, we don't like this shit, dude. So we were a metal band covering Minor Threat. Like it just
That's great.
It's
made
amazing.
no sense.
Yeah.
So until, we figured it out, and then I kind of made new friends and then got them in the hardcore, and then I was like, let's do a hardcore band. Finally, that's when Vice started.
Yeah. Was like a lot of straight edge kids on Staten Island?
No.
Was there a scene?
There was a scene, but it was more metalcore.
Yeah.
Sure. Kind of like
over.
Brooklyn Lamore.
Yeah.
Right.
The big scene was the metalcore scene, and then like the punk scene.
Okay.
But like the punk scene was the punk scene. Like they
separate.
They hated on hardcore. Like they were like, oh,
Yeah.
that fucking tough guy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I hate
Yeah.
that shit.
I know.
Probably all friends with Nausea though, because Amy lived on Staten Island. I'm thinking crust.
But you guys
crust punk.
played. But you guys played Staten Island.
Yeah, back in the day, a couple times.
When I was like just starting to go to shows, I think, didn't you? You played like 2005 or something.
Probably, yeah.
I remember now Madball, just after I left, a couple years, right? It would have been early 2000s. They played a show out there, and they had some run-in with some white power dudes.
Yeah, in Dock Street.
It's Staten Island.
Yeah, but it was, it was like, kind of like a rando. It wasn't a big show from my understanding.
Damn.
I wasn't there, but supposedly
Is that a legendary story?
some white power knucklehead was kind of like.
Was it in the 2000s?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was at Dock Street. I know this story.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Damn.
And there was also, I think, a Murphy's Law show going on the same day as that.
Maybe.
That would make sense.
Something like that happened where Murphy's Law was playing a block away, and then Madball was, something I distinctly remember because the band that I was playing bass for was like a punk hardcore band, and they were around before I played bass for them, and they told me this story. Yeah, I remember.
Damn.
Yeah.
So those kind of heads live out there in Staten Island? Does that happen a lot or no?
I didn't see anything like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
but maybe it like went away as soon as I started coming.
Maybe, yeah.
My guess is, when you got a band like Madball, we used to bring out people that that came from way back. And,
Yeah.
Or just people like the band and they fucking...
And there's that too, but...
They don't read the lyrics. They
Yeah,
just want to
for
come
real.
and fucking fuck people up. You know what I mean?
Or don't see the people that are in the
unfortunately,
band.
there was that element.
I don't know where Jorge is from or anything, or Freddie. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know, ridiculous, right?
That was always a weird thing in hardcore, I think.
Roger, freaking Cuban.
Yeah. But Siv had that song, Soundtrack for Violence. I love that. It's so true, though. People just come out and try to get away with fucking people up and starting trouble and going to shows. And
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always been the way of the world in hardcore for some reason.
Well,
Ever
I
since the
mean,
80s, bro, for sure.
Aggression and frustration, and I'll share this part of it. Right, when I was a kid, the metalheads used to want to kick my ass, and they would. I mean, it was a very common thing to get chased down by like fucking bikers
Because you were
shit.
punk or had short hair?
because of punk,
yeah.
and then eventually, like, I got a little older and started to get a little bit more balls, and now I'm learning about New York hardcore and skinheads. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna turn this shit around right now, and so that kind of carries into the scene a little bit.
I feel like New York has that, out of any hardcore scene in the whole world, has that, they say knucklehead and tough guy and all that shit forever. That's the only scene I feel like in the whole world.
But it
New
was
York. People always try to hate on that shit and say,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
what I
but I
mean?
mean, when you think about it, it's kind of like this is like it's funny because now especially now, it's like a music designed to make people swing in a venue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like you're writing parts where you're like, yo, this is gonna be the part where people fucking go crazy. So it's like,
it's true. You write riffs like that, thinking like that back then.
Well, I mean, yeah,
exactly.
I used to laugh at the phrase, but we still used it. The dance part.
Yeah.
The mosh part, breakdown, whatever.
Yeah, you
dance
know?
part.
But when you use the dance part, I think
dance
like
Dance part.
People
will fuck somebody up right now and punch somebody in the head. That's when you hear those songs too. Like you think like that. Like if I hear Madball sometime, I'll think of like, kill somebody. But I really don't want to. You know what I mean? And even Age of Quarrel the other day, I was like, yo, this shit makes me want to go crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Still.
Yeah. I put on Age of Quarrel at least once a week. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It's Are you Age of Quarrel or Best Wishes?
Age of Quarrel doesn't even.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Damn.
I
love it. Me too,
I stand
dude.
by. I stand by. If nothing came out after Age of Quarrel, it wouldn't even matter.
Me too. 100%.
And interesting for me too, right? Not to keep harping on the age difference, but it's just interesting from perspectives, right? Because I fucking saw him in '86,
Me too.
and I'm not trying to win some award because of it. I'm just saying it was a fortunate opportunity.
I had that shirt too then.
It was a fortunate opportunity to see those motherfuckers all of a sudden just appear and just play this music that was just
in their prime.
Yeah.
You know, it was
crazy.
It was
As a little kid looking at them on stage,
it was an event.
Scary, dude.
For real. It was they were legit. It was a game changer.
I saw him in DC on that record, like '86. I bought that same fucking shirt.
Yeah.
I had my head shaved, a Token Ninja shirt on.
Yeah.
And I was watching the show, and I guess this is a true story. I never even told him this podcast. John had like a jean jacket vest that somebody had painted the album cover Age of Quarrel on the back, and somebody stole it from his dressing room. And him and Harley came out. I think they might have had a weapon going through the whole crowd, calling everybody out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Before the show happened, like who took his fucking jacket?
Yeah. Damn.
I was like, oh,
the show that I first saw them with GBH, we were all watching them off stage more than on the stage because they were just running around the balcony and like having a good time, but the club didn't know how to deal with them, and everyone was like, yo, these dudes are on fire.
Savages, bro.
It was great.
Scary. But it was something about that. It was just so fucking,
it was
I don't
great.
know. The record's incredible, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so now so we got Vice, and then is there another Recount that played a couple weeks ago? That wasn't your old band, correct?
Oh no, I never played in that band.
Okay,
I posted about them recently because it was like one of the newer bands that I was getting into as a kid.
Okay,
that was
gotcha.
like a current band that I was like, oh, this is like a cool straight edge band coming from. Yeah.
Well, Combust. Let's talk about Combust. I mean, that starts in what your demo came out in 2017.
Yeah.
And so, are you doing bands leading up to that, or what were you doing before that? Because you had the metal bands and you had Device. Are you doing?
Yeah. So I played in a bunch of bands out of Staten Island.
Yeah.
I mean, for just whether it be Vice or a band I played drums in, Impact, or another band I played bass in, this band Nerves End, and then another band I Disappear, and then so I played in all these bands around Staten Island with like the same kind of friend group, and then I played in this other band. I played bass for the straight edge band Reaction.
Okay.
Harry, who's in No Pressure, played drums.
Oh,
for
sick.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Great band.
Just so I was always playing in bands, but then when it was time to do Combust, I was just like, I want to kind of, still Staten Island.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to kind of go out of our main friend group and maybe just do something else. But it was still me and the drummer, Dave, who is, I've been in bands with him since I was a kid.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I mean, I've known him since I was in junior high. So, but me and him were always tight, and we always played in bands together. And I was just like, what's stopping us from doing this kind of band that brought us into this music from the jump? And we never had a band that sounded like Combust yet, which is like kind of crazy to us. So
yeah. And are you working at that time? Like, what are you doing in your life at that time besides music? So
when Vice stopped touring, because Vice toured extensively, when Vice stopped touring, I was kind of like, I had a print shop that was over, and then are you doing merch, printing merch for people? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, me and an old friend of mine had like a little setup where we made a business out of it, so to speak. But I was kind of just working like stupid whatever part-time jobs, and then right before Combust started, I got this offer to be a truck driver, like dump trucks. So I had my CDL, and then I was doing that. What's the CDL? Oh, the license? Yeah, commercial driver license.
That's a decent gig, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's a big decision.
Is that union shit?
Yeah. So the thing is, like, a dump truck driver is like supposed to be a part of the Teamsters, but like for the company that I worked in, they had their own like private union.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like bullshit,
Yeah.
you know? But that's what you get when Staten Island people do shit.
Yeah,
So that job was my first like career job. Like
Okay,
I was making real money for the first time in my whole entire
You
life.
get like a pension out of that too.
Like
Damn.
I was filing in for my union dues and all that
yeah.
shit, and
It's kind of a hard job though. Staten Island
fucking
driving
great.
truck. That's
I wish-
fucking.
yeah, I mean,
Kind of wish I had that job now.
I did it for 6 years.
Oh,
like
shit.
5 or 6 years, and then like right when Combust dropped our first LP, right after that was when I got fired.
Is that 2022? Another life?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That's when you got fired.
yeah.
What'd you get fired for?
Burning the Bible.
So me and my boss never saw eye to eye
Okay.
just because I'll say I wasn't the model employee,
Yeah.
but you know,
Because you're probably half in, half out, right? You think about music and working this
yeah,
job.
exactly. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I'm still doing bands and
Yeah,
shit.
sorry.
Like, so, you know, I would always request off for like a weekend, an extended weekend that Combust was doing, or like, you know, whatever.
So you weren't shocked when this happened.
Definitely not. I was coming in late one day, and late for
And then he fired
them.
me. I mean, I don't get it.
Late for them is like I would have to wake up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, man.
to start that.
Damn.
Yeah, and then so it was like 5:15 a.m. and I was like almost at the work site, and then he called me. He's like, "Where the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Yo, I'm
Real
almost
New
there.
York shit.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there." He goes, "Do me a favor, turn around and just don't fucking bother coming in ever again."
Wow.
Damn, dude.
So yeah,
Were you kind of relieved or you kind of bummed?
it was like really not an ideal situation for like a real person job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they kind of treated me like a second class civilian in the
Yeah.
workspace. Like people who are getting
You weren't respected by them yet. right?
not at all.
Yeah.
And they were like sometimes leaving me out of the loop if my
Yep.
truck was broken down. So
Oh,
I would come in
wow.
one morning and like I would just have no truck, and they'd be like, "You gotta go home."
That was like the messenger, like being a messenger in New York. I was a
Yeah.
foot messenger, a bike messenger.
Damn.
And you realize that they hire you on with no problem. But unless you're really in with people and you've been
Mhm.
around it for a minute, you're like second string.
On your own, kind of. Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't like bummed. It wasn't something that I like was passionate about. Like I was
Yeah.
like, you know, and
Did the job kind of fall into your lap? Is it something you were looking for?
yeah, it fell into my lap because I had nothing going on, and I
Yeah.
got my CDL. And then
Yeah.
a friend of mine was like, "I'm a mechanic for this company. They need a dump truck driver if you're interested." So I just did it, and I fell into it for the next few years. And it was the only thing that was keeping me involved in it was the fact that, again, for the first time, I had like real money,
Stability. Yeah.
I mean,
and I could finally buy all the dope shit I wanted to buy.
Yeah. Dump truck drive is hard though.
hell yeah.
Fuck, it's respectable. Fucking damn. So then it's just music after that, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Fuck.
Just like kind of like I've said on like I feel like I've said this on so many times. But it really felt like that. It was like divine alignment, where it was just I just stopped working like my real 9-to-5 job, and then Combust dropped this thing, and then everyone was kind of like giving us cool opportunities to do shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's take it and run with it. So
Damn. And when you guys dropped the demo, you guys already playing shows and drawing people and stuff in 2017. We just still pretty new.
definitely not.
Okay.
It was it was a grind to get respect for Combust when we first were out for the first
Damn.
couple of years, for sure.
And I'm trying to think like the landscape in 2017, like what was popping
Fuck, I
at
don't
that
fucking know, man.
time. Like,
We're the wrong dude's ass.
Well, I know, that's why I'm
this guy,
asking,
man.
like-
It
What's
was-
popping? What kind of shit's popping that time? 2017.
Not much. I mean,
Turnstile's out then, for sure.
yeah, but
Trying to
New
go to
York
band.
was kind of in a weird space in 2017.
still kind of is, ain't
It's still kind of
Now it's like better than ever in my
it?
opinion.
Is it?
But
yeah, man, we got Painted Truth, we
Well,
got Mind Force, we got a bunch of
but not
bands.
even just
yeah,
just
yeah,
that.
I
I'm saying
mean-
like New York City proper
Mm.
is like in the best place it's
Well,
been.
I know
Really?
there's bands,
Yeah.
but you guys got local shows?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like
Okay.
there's local shows and local bands now. So in 2017 there wasn't.
Right.
I could see that.
And there was only a handful of bands right before Combust who were like coming out of New York, but they were all transplants. and then they would just do a demo and just kind of disappear anyway, so it didn't even matter.
Backtrack. When was Backtrack like?
But Backtrack was Long Island though.
It's Long Island.
Long Island, I know,
Yeah.
but
It's different, bro.
I mean, Backtrack broke up 2017.
so that they were already
Or 16 or something like that?
Stop.
But like, again, even that time frame from when I started coming around to when Combust started, kind of, there weren't a lot of New York City proper bands.
Okay.
So the scene was kind of like, it was bumping. Like, the shows were still dope.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of bands touring through all the time.
Right.
And there was no doubt about that. But like, I feel like right now, with the amount of actual bands coming out of New York City, and we can finally like do a show of 6 bands, and they're all from New York.
That's
All right, help the old man out here.
That's
Name
sick.
these bands for me, please.
Yeah. So there's Ferment, there's Bazooka, there's Top Dollar, there's Genome, there's a new band that just came out, No Values. I'm in a couple of these, so this is Steamroll, Beg to Differ. There's another band, Square One.
Damn.
I mean, so that's 8.
That's
Now
fucking
nobody
lot.
should be taking
Yeah.
this personally when I say this is the first time I've heard, I think, every band you just named.
I mean, a lot of them only have demos or like
But
demos in 7 inches.
you can't,
Yeah.
that's on me because
Yeah.
I'm out of the loop, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of bands. That's
but
a
that's
lot.
great.
Yeah,
That's
no,
great to
it's-
hear.
Dude.
It's in the best place it's been right now.
And
So.
so there's
Fantastic.
shows actually in Manhattan too. People having shows in the city. Was it mostly Brooklyn?
It's more Brooklyn.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when I started coming to shows like as a kid with my cousin, a lot of them were in the city. I feel.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, all the city venues are kind of gone.
Kind of shot. I know,
Yeah.
man.
Live Nation.
Yeah. Or like a small venue with no barricades. Probably hard to find in
Or
Manhattan.
like
too.
both the Knitting Factory places got
Yeah.
torn down, and
Damn.
yeah, because even the second location of Knitting Factory was sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. We just got schooled in 8 bands, dude.
I love it.
Let's get to Combust. I mean, there's so many things in this band that I hear that I'm sure you're going to hopefully agree with. Like, obviously, Outburst, Killing Time, Crown of Thorns, wrote it down, Chromax, Sick of It All, Madball, Underdog. So many different influences, right?
Yeah, that's like, I mean, you nailed it on the head with that.
And then also some inspirational vocals for you that I definitely read about. Was like, obviously, Freddie, Eddie Leeway,
Mm-hmm.
even Paul Bearer.
Yeah,
You can hear
I
all
mean,
that shit in there.
I do. I got one I really want to question. Demise?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Cheeky's on the song.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's on the song,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah, 100%.
He's on the record, dude.
I would say a big one is Carl too.
Earth Crisis?
No, Carl the
Carl.
Monster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Iceman?
Iceman.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, like,
fuck.
there's things that I do on the record that
That's
I like
dope.
deliberately ripped from him.
Okay.
So like,
Rest in peace, Carl, man.
Yeah, rest
All
in
right, so
peace.
let me throw a comment on that.
Wow,
'Cause,
Iceman, bro.
like I know of Carl and I know of Iceman, but I didn't spend a lot of time listening to him. They didn't put much out either, right?
Iceman has like 6 tracks, but
right.
Mackey's in this
but
shit, bro.
Dynamo.
Rest in peace, the
yeah.
EP, right?
Yeah. But Dynamo, his other band,
Mhm.
Oh,
wa-
okay.
is like
I don't
my
know that.
main shit.
Oh
yeah,
shit, I
yeah.
should check that out.
It's
But
Is Mackey on that too? Or no, he's
incredible.
only on. I think he's on.
No,
Demise.
he's
Okay,
not.
Okay.
I just want to,
I love
mention
that.
something to you regarding vocal style, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I first heard the band, it was given to me as a recommendation from my friend Sergio, who used to sing in a band with me called The Eulogy.
okay.
Yep.
And he's just really good at being more up to speed on what's happening, right? So I'm always asking him, yo, throw me some shit. And
Yeah.
sometimes he'll just throw it to me without me asking because he's digging it and
Mm.
thinks I will too. And he's usually spot on in terms of what he throws at me. And he throws your record at me. I'm like, okay, I dig it, right? But these days, like, I'm on the run. I'm
Of course.
listening to it in the background. I don't
Yeah.
listen to music the way I used to as a kid. So, but right away I can tell I dig it. And then now I'm walking my dog and I got my earbuds in and I'm really starting to get a feel of what's going on. And everything's jamming for me. And then all of a sudden I hear in the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, this dude just laid some flavor on this that I wasn't expecting. So kudos, man.
Yeah. Again, that's like that's
Yeah, it's
direct.
right.
That's directly ripped from Carl.
See, I would have never known that.
Yeah.
And when you said that, I had
Fuck.
to ask, was that
That's a
He
that's
said some
a
shit like that.
that's a little secret that I'll just drop.
Okay,
right there.
okay.
wild, bro?
Damn, that's so cool. You get a lot of props, man. Iceman. Nobody really mentions Iceman, dude. To be honest.
I mean, Carl was like just oozing with swag, dude. Like
Yeah, he
was just,
did.
like
He sang for Underdog for a minute.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
But-
swag on. I seen Iceman. You seen Iceman before? He had swag on stage,
Yes,
dude.
yeah.
Just his
And he
whole
was a sick mosher too. I seen him fucking. Go
Yeah,
off before.
people would say that.
He would go off,
He had
yeah.
a rep for being.
his whole vibe was just
Damn,
like,
that's crazy.
And I'm sorry, where is he today?
Oh,
He passed.
Yeah,
Like
he-
how long?
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
I
been
think
10 years.
he passed away 2007.
It's hard to keep track,
Mm.
man.
Or 8. Or
How about is
something.
Marauder in there for you too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not. I mean, there's definitely a track. The track with Cheeky
Yeah.
on it was definitely Marauder vibe, but I don't.
They're really talked about in this new generation. We talk about all the time, like people love Master Killer.
They
I see
do.
it pop up all the time with the new generation, like these his age, like that's like a fucking that's up there.
They're
man.
obsessed with Master Killer,
Great
and this is
fucking
and this
record.
is not
Yeah.
me saying that I don't like Master Killer. I just think for me personally, it wasn't like the higher echelon of
Yeah.
NYHC. Just to me,
To you
it just
personally,
didn't.
yeah.
But
But people
But
talk about
now, if Eddie Leeway sang on Master Killer, then it might be one of the best records of all time.
Damn. Shout out to Eddie, bro. Fucking Eddie, man. Damn.
Yeah, you talk about swagger.
Dude,
Straight
the
up.
sickest swagger, man.
So they never played, at least to my memory, in the Twin Cities where I grew up, right? And
Mm.
all these other bands did. And I remember even when the Chromags came back on Best Wishes and Paris was rocking a Leeway hat.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, Leeway. You know, I'm picking up on it. This band called Leeway, but I don't know what they sound like. I never seen them live. And then when I got the record, like used somewhere in Minnesota, I put it on, and that intro was devastating.
Hard, bro.
Right, and then but the
Just-
vocals came on, and I was surprised by the way it sounded.
yeah.
Right, I expected more tough yelling type
Yeah.
thing, and it wasn't. I don't know, it didn't grab me right away. And then when I moved to New York, I'm realizing they were kings, no
Kings,
question about it,
dude.
locally,
Yeah.
right, and
Yeah.
Rhode Island too. But Hoy would tell me, bro, you had to see it live, like
Sick,
Eddie
dude.
coming out with like the skeleton suit,
Yeah, dude.
right?
Sick, dude.
You know what I mean?
Dude, what a
The swagger, the hat, the jerseys, the shoes, everything, dude.
Yeah.
straight
The
up.
style on stage, the way he threw his arms
Yeah.
and fucking.
Yeah, see, I never had that experience, so it would have made a difference, I'm sure.
And then kick it like that. Oh, all that shit. Okay, so Desperate Measures or Born to Expire. That's a hard one. No?
Desperate Measures. Not even a hard one for me.
Dang.
I get it.
Wow.
I get it.
It's
It's got a lot. It's got a lot.
I
Of,
feel like
damn.
Born to Expire has a couple skips for me personally, like
Yeah.
on the back end of the record.
Okay. Deep cuts.
So that's what but Desperate Measures all the way through is like, and it's also just you don't hear a band trying like to do that.
No, they were very much their own
who
thing.
who has tried to ever encapsulate what they did on Desperate Measures and do it successfully? You can't
It's
you
a good
can't.
point, man.
You can't.
It's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Shout out to AJ.
Oh yeah,
Straight
dude,
up.
incredible fucking player and dude, human too, man. What a peaceful, positive, awesome human, dude.
Yeah, he's
he's a G, dude.
Yeah.
he's a good one.
Yeah, so Leeway, man. Damn, Eddie, man. Yeah, incredible to see them live. I remember seeing with the Bad Brains in '89. Remember that tour they did? Was
I
Leeway
do
Bad
remember
Brains?
that.
Yeah,
Yep,
dude.
yep.
Fuck.
I didn't go, but my friend, because that didn't come through the Twin
Oh, yeah.
Cities. But my friends went to Lawrence, Kansas, the Outhouse, to go see it.
Boy, that was a sick spot in Outhouse. I think I might have saw it at New York at the Ritz, whatever they played at that time. Yeah.
So sick.
Damn. So yeah, we got Leeway influence, also Metallica influence, probably.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of metal shit,
Yeah.
like definitely Iron Maiden influence in there.
Yeah, Fear in the Streets. That's my jam. It's got the COT vibe intro. That guitar, the beginning of it.
Yeah.
It reminds me then it goes
yeah.
and then the dan got the Fool's vibe. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And this all respect. This is like you're paying homage to it, but it's Combust. It's your own style, but these are the things that stick out to me. Which I love about those bands.
That's the
Do you
way
know
I
what I'm
put it. Is like it sounds familiar to me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like you're rehashing or biting anything. It's like you guys are just
paying homage, but
well,
no way,
you live
man.
and breathe it. Is what it sounds like. To me.
Yeah.
100. I mean, it was definitely like from the beginning. I was just like, yo, I haven't heard any bands who try to just sound like Killing Time ever, and like that's
True.
And Brightside is, in my opinion, #1 of all time.
Right.
So
It's in my top 5. 100%.
yeah. So
yeah.
so I was just like, kind of when I started Combust, I was just like, I just want to do a band that can remind you of that kind of shit that's out now, because no one does that, and
It's true.
New York's missing that kind of piece, So
It's true.
for a minute, I think it just took us a while to find that kind of line where it's like you hear the influence, but it's not exactly. And I think on Belly of the Beast, I think from what people have told me and the way I feel about it is that, yeah, it's like you hear the influence, but it's Combust rather than us
100%.
just biting.
100%. And
100%.
I went back to listen to the record before. I forget the name of it. haven't had a chance to spend much time with it. But
Yeah,
Another Life.
I hear the progression for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Same.
And that, I mean, that makes sense. Any band is going to have that, journey like that.
Sure.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
The rest of the band, I mean, your band are players. Like, you guys aren't just like, guys that decided to start a hardcore band and wrote some great songs. Like, you guys sound like you're real players.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I can't take any credit for being a player. I think I'm like a dude who's like, I can play drums, bass, and guitar, but like I'm
That's
not
sicko.
perfect at any of them. But
Yeah.
as far as Peter and Alex on guitar, like, yeah, they're just locked in. I mean, I couldn't be more happy to find two dudes who play guitar like the way they do.
Yeah, they kill it.
Dave's been playing drums since he was a kid. He beats the shit out of them. It's fucking awesome. I think the bass playing swag that Eric brought onto this record, because he wasn't on the first LP.
Okay.
Mhm.
He does like some crazy fills on there, and like, yeah, like I think just the lineup now is just like perfect vibe wise in all ways right now.
Where did you record it?
We recorded in Jersey at this place, Landmine Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Great job.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
happy,
sounds
you
great.
happy
Yeah,
with
they-
production?
Oh, dude, this dude Zach Miller, he fucking.
I know Zach Miller.
Yeah, yeah.
He was in the band. We follow each other. He's a drummer, right?
Yeah. I don't know what bands he's in now. He used to play in that band Gel.
That's it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Damn.
Yeah, he's. That's cool.
But
produced
he
it.
like, he was just super cool throughout the whole fucking experience. Like he was a producer in a way where like, yeah, like an engineer and producer where like he would just be like, maybe do this instead, or like, or he'd be cool about it where he'd be like, I think you could do the take better this way.
That's a great-
like,
I love that.
Great
but like
approach.
just the vibe and the energy was just more friendly than him trying to be, so we meshed well together.
Sick.
What
man.
brought you to him?
What did bring us to him? I think maybe Dave, our drummer, might have recorded some shit with him. He's like, oh, I like the way that he did this. So
Yeah.
And then we did a promo. We did like 2 songs with him, like a couple years ago before this record,
Okay.
and we loved the way that those sounded. So we were like, let's go back to him.
I mean,
Sick.
again, it's got like a Normandy vibe to it, but it doesn't sound like it came from Normandy. But clearly, I mean, and I don't know how conscious it was. Was there a conscious sort of Normandy sound as the model?
I definitely, for reference for mixing, I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, definitely use like these kind of.
Which ones?
I mean, Brightside and
Brightside, man.
and definitely the Judge record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely the Leeway
Yeah.
record, and definitely
Yep.
I mean all
Normandy,
of
bro. Man, shit. That's was that in Rhode Island?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I went out there
them.
once.
Best
for
Wishes was
something.
in Normandy too, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm pretty sure I gave him like the whole Normandy catalog of '89.
What was it?
That's when all those records came out too, right?
Yes.
It's
yeah, it's
true,
like
dude.
all '89.
I feel like Killing Time gets their props and they're not underrated band. Like I feel like Killing Time, Underdog, those bands so much. I don't know. I just feel like
I think you're right. Well,
I know Killing Time still kills it. I saw Underdog got it, but I feel like those bands. I just feel like they should be. I don't know, man.
for Killing Time, I'll tell you, it's more of a local thing, kind of, right? Like when I moved out here in 2005 and started hanging out, and like my friend Sergio, right, who
Mhm.
grew up in like Inland Empire,
Tri-state shit. I don't know.
he, Killing Time just wasn't a big thing out here.
Yeah, they came out.
They
too,
didn't,
like,
they
a couple
didn't play
times.
that much.
Came to
live.
Cali a couple times with Vision, maybe back in the day, but
Later on, though.
yeah,
right?
but Hoyer would tell you
That's the yeah.
there's no Madball without
I'll
raw
tell
deal.
you
Without
that.
raw
I
deal.
will tell you
and the
that.
raw deal demo is
I will
fucking
tell
one of the
you that.
best.
I
There's
view
Killing
them-
Time vibes on that One Voice record, bro.
100%.
Sure,
I
yeah.
view Killing Time as absolutely one of the best bands out of New York City that defined a sound that is New York 100%.
With that,
100%.
that's
Now, they were the
literally,
only guys
yeah.
that defined New York sound, but they put a big chunk in there, man.
100%. You can like when you hear Cheap Thrills, it's like, damn, I'm like that is New York City. Or
Yeah.
it's like the same way Set It Off did that.
Yeah,
It's the same. Like when I think of New York hardcore, I think of Set It Off and Brightside. Like those
Agreed.
are
I
like
agree with
because
you.
it's like you hear
That
that era of New York in that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I agree.
I gotta say thank you for that because that's a
Of
huge
course, I
compliment to me, and that's really saying more about how much Killing Time, Brightside means to me.
Yeah,
Of course, of course.
But Killing Time, dude.
And
Fuck.
there are, I mean, I could talk for hours
But
about
the Raw
it.
Deal demo too. We can't skip the Raw Deal demo. How important that was.
Nope.
Incredible demo, dude.
Yeah, they're just, and when you really listen to them, like, again, to me, they kind of had this sound of their players in a way.
Yeah.
You know? And some of the riffs, like, I would never write a riff like that. And if I brought it to a practice and told the band, yo, let's play this, I think they'd be like, bro, you're bugging.
Yeah.
But they
Anthony,
made it hard, bro.
He did.
Anthony did his job.
Oh,
Killed it,
100%.
dude.
His vocal delivery is like crazy.
I mean,
dude. And it's effortless.
but then that's the
Yeah.
thing too. You know, those riffs that I wouldn't write, the way they play it, make me sound. They're the most amazing riffs I've ever heard.
There's so much metal in those riffs too, but like
even
not in like
bouncy,
a but like
So bouncy.
Bang, it's gink, gink,
Dude.
gink, 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 gink. I mean, that's.
that. How do you write a riff like that and make it hard?
Well, I'll tell you how. Because also you can go bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, but
That's
and,
how
like,
you
and
do
the
it.
transition from that riff to the next.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Genius.
I lived in when that record come out, 89?
89.
Yep.
I'm living at the GB house in Jackson Heights, Queens, 1988, and Anthony pulls up to meet me outside. We're going through, and he goes, "Get in the car, kid." I get in the car, and he plays me Brightside in his car, and he has a nice car. He worked on Wall Street at the
Yeah.
time. He's balling,
Get the fuck
dude.
out of
He
here.
worked at Balls. He got a homeboy from Floor Puncher job. Then later on, he worked on
Yeah.
Wall Street with him.
Yeah.
But he was all suited up. He had a nice car. What kind of car you think an Italian would drive in Queens? Fuck, what was? I forgot what kind of car.
Oh, like a IROC.
Yeah.
IROC,
That's
right?
a
Is that what it
crazy
was?
car. I sat in it.
Italian Queens.
Yeah, and he fucking played me this shit, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is the hardest shit I ever heard." It's crazy, dude.
Whoa, I didn't know that he was like working like that at the
Oh,
time.
yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I mean, I can't speak highly enough about that band, and
I'm psyched to play with them next month in New York. I'm
yes,
excited, bro.
Yes.
It's
I told you I saw them at Lou's the benefit for Lou,
And they killed it.
they killed it, and the crowd was there 100%.
yeah.
of the time.
Now,
Were you
I was actually on tour for
Okay.
that. Unfortunately,
Oh, VOD
yeah,
too, right?
that was.
Yeah.
VOD killed it. Life Agony killed it. That was a fun night.
I think now in the past couple years, Killing Time can play kind of anywhere now, and the reaction is dope across the board.
Well,
Seen
it seems like as a live band they've gelled a lot too.
But the younger kids are. It's
The
sick.
young,
like-
I think more younger kids are tapping into Killing Time now, which is cool as fuck.
I love that.
and they
dude.
sound great live. I mean,
They
they
do.
really bring it.
And they're from New York, and they still live in New York.
I love it.
They do.
There's a lot of New York bands that don't live in New
They
York.
do.
A lot of people. Let's go to these guests on this record, man.
Yeah.
We got Jay Peter. Is it Jay Peter, right? Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on Swallowing Swords. Love that. Love Mind Force. NY8C with Lord Isaac.
Yes, sir.
Bro,
The legend.
dude. And
I texted him a screenshot of me listening to it.
Yeah, I think I posted and tagged him with something. But he, Chris, connect you with Isaac?
Yeah, I think just through Chris, like, you know, because he's cool with him.
Yeah.
And I think he just probably mentioned it a million times to him, probably. And then
Yeah.
and then Combust playing, and we played with Crown of Thorns, and dude, and honestly, before I really even got to know him more, there would be times where Combust wouldn't even be on the bill, and then Crown of Thorns would be playing. He'd just shout us out, and I'm like, and you know, as a kid who loves Crown of Thorns like that, I
Sick,
was like,
man.
that's dope as fuck. And then just getting him to do the part was just easy as fuck, man.
Did he come to the studio?
dope. He couldn't, because I think he was. That was when he was. He's in the Midwest now,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
So he sang on
But
a
he was like, "Yo, I got it, no problem," and he just gave me no problems about it. He's ready to go.
So let's not gloss over.
Shout out the Lord.
Well, the Lord for sure, but the Lord and Crown of Thorns.
Yeah.
I mean, we just gave Killing Time a lot of respect,
Yard
which
Blues.
was more than deserved.
Yeah.
Crown of Thorns, man. I mean,
Another band where you know what's crazy about all these New York hardcore bands? It's that you'll never hear a band be able to duplicate what they did, because the things that all those bands were pulling from, just like
very organic.
it's
Real shit.
it's
very organic.
as New Yorkers, it's like they all of that time period. It's like they're pulling from shit that like no one would ever expect to pull from in a punk hardcore band. You
or
know,
been through any of that
We-
stuff. Yeah.
We've always talked about that era, the 90s, New York scene where like we were all doing it, but we all had really different styles.
Yeah.
But we all came from New York. I mean, H2O, Madball, Crown of Thorns, all.
I mean,
great
Max
friends.
Penn, who's drawn the same shit from like that Maximum Penalty.
Oh
that we
yeah,
think
bro.
of,
His
like,
singing too,
Yep,
dude.
Yep.
like,
yep.
you
Him when the
just-
Scarhead EP was sick too. The game is over,
But I would say Crown of Thorns.
dude. The sound. shout out to Mike Dijon too.
Yeah,
Dijon is
I
a
talked to Dijon.
mastermind, man.
I talked to Jean today before I came out here. He says, "What's up?"
His guitar sound.
Well, his songwriting, his style, the whole
Yeah.
style was just really unique. And I feel like they are a huge influence on so many bands.
I agree.
today,
Oh, yeah.
right. I mean, that's
Oh yeah,
and people say that out loud. It's true.
Mhm.
It's a fact.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean, Turnstile. Can
yeah,
I say that?
I mean 100%.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean the Crown of Thorns shit and then the later era Leeway shit, like that's straight Turnstile.
Yeah, dude.
Trapped
without a
Under
doubt.
Ice. I know. I mean, that whole Baltimore
Oh,
scene.
TUI, yeah.
He's
I
got
mean,
mentally vexed
right.
tattoo
Yeah,
on
he
him.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a great record too.
but I mean, again, it's like how would you think to even make a riff like that for a hardcore band when it comes to Crown of Thorns? But
Dude.
he says in a
Again,
bunch
I
of
wouldn't.
interviews, he's like, we were doing shit
I
that
never would have.
they know hardcore bands they were like, we were making 5-minute
It was
long
like
songs.
pretty, like nice riffs.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, like if I
styles,
was in a
it's-
band and the other guitar player happened to start playing those riffs in the rehearsal and say, "Yo, let's do this," I'm like, "No." What are you
Just like
talking
the
about?
intro riff, I think, on the first song. It's just like really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, no, out of
It's
the
just
gate.
like-
Yeah.
Out of the gate, they killed it.
So it's- Yeah, it did. And you know what? And I hate to be the New York guy, but like if a band not from New York tried to do that,
It'd be
like
fake as
coming out of
fuck.
the
I
gate,
know.
it wouldn't be the same, man.
It's
I mean,
true, it'd be
it-
forced.
Yeah,
for sure.
there's a lot of reasons why it makes sense.
There's a lot of wannabe Mad. There's been a lot of my people trying to be Madball for years though, and there would never
yeah.
be another Madball. Sometimes it's sad to see. I'm keep it 100 on this podcast. People try so hard, but there'll never be. Plus, you don't live. You're not in Freddie's shoes. You're not these lyrics and what you know. What I mean, it's different.
Not to glaze, but I will say that I think when it comes to influence for modern hardcore bands and on, like from 90s to 2000, I feel like Madball is definitely the most emulated
Facts.
for sure.
You don't have to answer.
well,
That's like the main citing for Mad.
Again,
for,
It's
again,
like the blueprint.
yeah.
It's the blueprint.
I do truly appreciate hearing those words and because it's something that we put our heart and soul into and in the same way you guys are doing what you're doing, that's what we did.
Can you
right?
give me a
It's-
couple songs I've set off
we,
you wrote?
we just we all loved the music that came before us and wanted to just jump in that pool.
Yeah.
But also when you guys came out, Hoya talks about it. The old heads, the gatekeeper heads, were like, "Oh, it's too hip hop. It's too bouncy." Even you guys
Yes.
got shit for your style when you came out.
But that's funny to me too, because I feel like Sick of It All was doing the hip hop bouncy shit
Yeah,
too.
but he's talking the
But-
older
Older than
AF
that.
Oh
era
yeah.
crowd.
So wait, I do want to know what were the ones that you wrote on Set It
Give
All?
us a couple set it off songs you wrote.
So Hoy and I always, we talk to each other about, he got the title track, I got the video songs, right?
You got Down by Law.
So you did
So
Down by Law.
was my song. Pride was my song. Where
First hardcore video I ever watched.
That shit is
Down by Law.
hard.
Down by
That
Law.
shit
Yeah.
is
Well, there
so
weren't that
hard.
many out then.
That was
you know?
that was the first hardcore music video
It's like
I
a
ever
scary, dark, gritty DIY video, man. Down by Law is hard as fuck.
Shout out Drew Stone.
Yeah.
So
So you did, damn, Pride.
yeah, Pride was my song.
Wow.
Demonstrated my style and set it off for Hoya's, right? So,
Down by Law is one of the greatest songs I feel. Man. I'll keep it going.
It's one of my favorites.
Okay.
and then we wrote a lot together. Lockdown was my song musically. I gotta say, I'm proud of that breakdown.
Damn. That's Combust. That was Lockdown was a Combust cover for like a
Awesome.
straight 2 years, I think.
Damn, dude.
I love those songs. I wish I could re-record that record. I've probably said that before.
Like the
Nah.
sound of it.
I wouldn't.
You don't need to.
I wouldn't. But
There's some later stuff you wrote on Hold It Down or Look My Way.
yeah. Hold It Down, Look My Way, I'd say was about 50-50 me and Hoya in terms of riffs. But, just making sure it's clear. Freddie was always, not
Of
just
course.
lyrics, but, play that riff again. Or, I'm hearing a riff like this, and he'd hum it out.
He's like that in Hazen Street too.
That's sick.
Really, we all worked together as a band that, it was a good time.
So sick.
Damn.
I mean, just imagining being in that one little capsule of time to write that shit is crazy.
It's crazy and awesome the love and respect it gets now, though, that many years later.
I mean,
like
yeah,
you're talking
it's
about.
undeniable.
It's appreciated 100%. But again, what really makes me happy is there's bands like you guys out there still. I mean, this was a question I was going to ask. I think I already got the answer, though. Do you guys call yourselves a New York hardcore band?
That was the most important thing about it.
See, that's that, and
Because
to me, that's New York.
Because it was missing. Again, like when Combust was starting, that was so lost, and it's like people be like, yo, like New York doesn't have shit going on, and it's like how can it be when we were home to the Mecca?
And Belly of the Beast sounds like that's what you're fucking telling everybody.
100%, dude.
Like,
that's I mean, that's what I wanted. I mean,
yeah, you did
so
it.
It means a lot that you even
Congratulations,
would say that.
man.
Thank you so much.
It really comes out to me in that way.
It's also calling stuff
Loud
out.
and clear.
Also like the hardcore scene, the authenticity, the realness of it, right? That's your whole, like, you really like talk about stuff like that.
I think
it's important.
Well, I mean, I think it's a thing that's kind of lost on a lot of kids and bands right now is to touch up on how real that this thing should be, and how, I mean, not essentially saying that it needs to be, kept away from people, but at the same time, it's like there was a way that this whole community and culture was brought up, and it's getting lost. So
there's something sacred and special about it.
Yeah, I mean,
culture,
sometimes it does need to be protected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Culture's a good word. I use it a lot.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's what it is.
Being
100%.
decades deep into it and still into it, right? And I'm, again, not just into it. It's weird. It's not just music. It's like a community.
Not
it's
at
a
all.
Culture.
It'll never be just music.
But I know what he's saying about especially the New York hardcore stamp and that label and that word for the past 5-10 years, right? And what bands represent that.
Yeah.
You think about the old heads only, the bands that are like been around for 30, 40 years, and younger bands carrying that flag and representing it amazingly, like they're doing.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? And the hardcore pride and that shit that's real to them, because we had our time back then with his age doing all the shit with the bands. You know what I'm saying? His age when our bands kind of started, all that shit. You know what I mean? No, our bands around the time we're old now. This is their time, their New York hardcore time.
Yes, and I love
and he wants to rep with pride because he's from New York.
That's
and he
what I'm
fucking
saying.
loves these bands, respects these bands. I think it's fucking beautiful.
I
man.
love it. It makes me really happy because again, that's our heart and soul.
Because we think about New York hardcore, we think about Mad, we think about all the older bands.
Listen, for a long time, the way Madball used to start every show, and I loved it. And we never talked about doing this, like, okay, here's what we're going to do when we get on stage. It just happened, and we just all knew it. We get up, line check, whatever, and then, like, we're ready. You good? Freddie would just look, and he'd just grab the mic and say, we're Madball from New York City. And then
and there you go.
That's
goosebumps shit right there.
And we all agreed at that point, without saying it, now it's time to show them what that means.
That's sick. I mean, I there's never a show that goes by where I don't say.
And I can say even if none of these people live there no more, they still rep that shit wherever they go.
100%.
Because that's their roots and that's where everything started.
Well, it was that place on the map that helped, tailor a style of music and an attitude,
without a doubt,
and a spirit. Yep.
Yeah. I think it's 2025 and it's crazy. It would even talking about all this stuff still, and it's thriving.
But again, I don't want to live in the past, and I'm glad that you guys are out here keeping it fresh and exciting.
To hear that from both of y'all means a lot, so thank you.
Of course, man.
Thank you.
I mean, it's such a crazy time for hardcore. I feel like it's bigger than it's ever been, especially coming out of the pandemic.
It is, right?
I can't tell. I actually have a question for you guys.
All right.
Because you've seen it all.
Yeah.
So, like, with the way that hardcore is right now, and like you're saying, it's bigger than ever. But like, there's been a pop in hardcore like this in different forms throughout the years, though. No,
yeah, it goes up and down.
100%.
Sure.
So I'm saying, like, there's been a version of this that you guys have witnessed before. I imagine.
Yes. We were this version, version of it, right? I mean, because
when it was at like the craziest height, where you're like all this like mainstream attention.
Look, it peaked in the '80s and dropped real hard.
Yeah.
And
but then it came back in '90s.
In the mid '90s.
Yeah, exactly.
It took a couple years.
Yeah. But at that peak of the mid '90s, is it like almost relatable to how the peak of it is right now?
I don't know.
Or does social media completely change the whole fucking game for it?
That's it. Because we didn't have that back then.
Because that is a game changer.
It magnifies everything probably too. It's true.
It helps and hurts, right?
I mean, some of the shows we're seeing in California are massive. Like, the Sound and Fury thing's massive, dude.
When I first moved out here in 2005, Madball was coming here regularly. Like a couple times a year, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Chain Reaction were great shows.
That was a jump off, yeah.
I'm trying to think of smaller clubs, but even like House of Blues was having great shows, and point being that
Showcase Theater Corona.
Yeah. I mean, point being, good shows were happening regularly out here. Crowds were great.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm going back to 2005, right? It's been pretty good the entire time.
Let's say this: when you have Knock Loose on Jimmy Kimmel, and people are moshing on television, like going off. And people start calling Jimmy Kimmel and demanding online that he does an apology for that crazy music that was on TV because it scared their children. You know the story. It's a true story. That people were offended by that in their homes watching this. That's fucking punk to me. In 2025, you can have a band like Knock Loose on TV screaming and people windmilling and going crazy on TV. And it's still shocking. That to me shows you that it's still a very underground thing. As big as we think it is for us looking at it in our old eyes.
Fair.
That's
fair. Even
when you tell somebody playing a hardcore band, like somebody on the airlines or a normal ass fucking civilian, they don't know what that fucking means.
Which I think is actually important because that's what it is, right? That's what it was, and that's what it probably should stay. Great, get on TV, push it as far as we can.
I think it is important to say that though at the root of it all, it is an underground culture and it should stay. I agree. I agree.
But that word hardcore is not a household name still.
No, you're right.
Punk rock is, but like I don't know.
If I had to give credit to bands that like have carried it, kept it moving, right? After like our era finished, Terror for 100%, sure,
100%,
bro.
right? And the Baltimore scene.
Oh yeah,
really.
Dude. I mean, Trapped Under Ice, man.
Yeah.
Trapped Under Ice into Turnstile into End It, right?
Oh, I fucking love End It, dude. Yeah.
So
and then this whole Turnstile, because it's all about Turnstile. Hardcore Kids, singer still plays in Trapped Under Ice. They've been doing this for over 10 years, right? Slowly. And they're taking Speed on fucking tour, like one of the biggest bands right now, and they're taking Speed with them, right? Dudes are playing Tied Down Fest with no fucking barricade one week, then they're on a fucking TV show the next week. They give back to the communities. They're all hardcore kids. They're fucking huge, but
free show in Baltimore.
Free fucking show in Baltimore. It fucking looked insane.
I hate to clip this real quick. Yeah. I need to go to the bathroom.
Go pee, dude. No, go, dude. Go pee. Go pee. I got you. We always take pee breaks.
Dog is awesome.
Thank you.
She's so chill.
When you said a piss break, we're back. No, I was just talking about the Turnstile umbrella and like all the bands underneath that, with Angel Dust, with Diamond Life, that whole crew of Baltimore kids, and just like what they do and what they contribute at the level that they're at in the hardcore scene. And then there's a whole debate online: is it hardcore? Is it not hardcore? Like it's like, bro, there's no blueprint to this shit. There's not one 100%. Style. There's not one sound to this shit. Hatebreed's a hardcore band to me because Jamie Jost is a fucking hardcore kid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like everybody has their own thing.
Now this is another thing that I had a question for you guys too.
Okay.
Because so there's always debate of like, oh, what's a hardcore band and what's not, obviously, as the years go by. I imagine there had to have been like bands that were coming up that we all recognize as a hardcore band that the majority of back then did not consider, right?
Well, okay, let me give me a second to throw an example out there.
It's true.
I had some friends of mine that started a band in '94 and they were called H2O. And again, it was, from our perspective, right? It's like we're all friends with Toby. I didn't know that the guy was going to decide to pick up a mic and start singing. Yeah. And next thing I know, he's got a group of guys that he's jamming with that I didn't really, I definitely didn't know Rusty.
Yeah.
I didn't know Smokey. Like I didn't know the dudes from your band, really. Yeah. But here's this band H2O, and I remember listening to the first release, and
the 7-inch release,
and we loved it. Like we played it on the road, Madball, all the time, and we loved it. But we would all say to each other, "Holy shit! Like this is a New York hardcore band. Like it just didn't have what you would assume to be the New York hardcore sound, but it still sounded like a hardcore band.
Yeah.
Like no matter how you slice it, H2O sounds hardcore, even at its most poppy, if you will.
I agree, 100%.
Right? So
thank you guys.
Musically, you can't define hardcore, I don't think. There's a feeling that just comes out of it.
I think that's the main. I think that's the main point. Yeah, 100%. Like, if you were to sit there and try to, pick apart every single band that's a hardcore band about what the sound is, if it should be considered hardcore or not. Like, there's gonna be so many bands that get left out of that. Like,
it's true.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I think before when you guys came out, people to them it wasn't hardcore because you guys more harder, not metal. We had the grooves and the riffs and the bounciness and kind of Freddie's flowing. You know what I'm saying? And then we came out with we're melodic and we have love songs and we're have catchier songs. And people, that's not what I think is hardcore.
Right.
So now fast forward now, people what they're saying about other bands. I mean, nobody can say that.
I think that Baltimore scene is amazing.
Me too,
I think
bro.
they're just a group of talented,
so talented,
open-minded, creative, and inspiring people.
And I think a lot of bands, just I guess for us back in the day when I don't know, the year punk broke and then Epitaph, we're on Epitaph and then Madball gets on the Agnostic Front, we were getting the tricklings down of bands like Offspring and Rancid and NoFX who blew that label up and helped it all trickled down to help us. That's happening, I think, with Turnstile and all their friends that they're putting on still.
My comment saying these days is the better any one of us do, the better we all do.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this is for, right? Just lifting your fucking friends. That's cool. So
you asked a question, if for us and our view, do we think hardcore was it? Do we think it's as big today as it was at the 90s peak?
I'm sure you've seen the big peaks and the big, the big valleys. I'm sure, and is it comparable to
the big waves back then?
Well, so I want to ask you a question in response to that. What is your assumption of how big it was then?
I mean, well, the bands that were popping then were getting on the shows that were coming up, right? Like the TV shows, and then you were playing, the bands were playing all the big festivals and all that kind of
Warped
stuff.
Tours,
and so which is again, it's almost the same as right now, but like I said, the big game changing thing is the fact that social media keeps it circulating. So I wonder do you think social media will prevent the valley, or will it just show it in a bigger way? I don't know.
It's a great point, man.
I think the valleys are inevitable because I think, when you get to a certain size of crowd participation and audience and views, there is a portion of that are just riding a trend.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Sure.
And
those ones will go away though.
That's what I'm saying. So it's gonna shrink.
They're not the lifers.
It's gonna shrink. Is my point. There are moments where suddenly you get a big group that came from outside, and hey, again, everybody's welcome, man. But
they realize there's more than just getting the crowd and pushing somebody. You know what I'm saying? There's more.
100%.
You know what I mean?
So it's I guess point being, it's gonna shrink, and the internet won't change that.
Yeah,
it can't. Yeah. I mean,
but
I do think it does. It helps more than it hurts because it makes it easier to just for everyone to be connected and see what's going on everywhere else, and it kind of still is an inspiration, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. My main point for all that stuff has always been I don't think it's bad necessarily that people get into it through TikTok or whatever.
Nope,
I just think it's what they do after, and if they because again, like you said, that it's so much bigger, and if
it's just my first mosh pit.
Yeah, and if they realize that and they want to do the homework and dig and give back to it, then that's great, and I hope they stick around. But you guys have seen the valleys a million times before, there's probably going to be a huge drop off of all these people who came in. It's it's more than just a spectacle for my video, then I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I say about Turnstile is taking something like Speed, who's so fucking hard, and that audience and them representing Australia like they do and being amazing fucking dudes and a great live band and hard as fuck. I think that right there is going to that's like the bootstraps theory, right? Taking out your friends and what we did back then. I think that's great for hardcore because Speed's killing it. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll find out who Speed likes, who inspired. That's what you hope. What T-shirt you wear?
Yeah, 100%. Good
what
point.
T-shirts a singer wearing? What T-shirts Franz wearing? What bands he representing? What bands he thanking on the record? Same when we found out about shit. That still happens now, but mostly on the internet. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
don't have to dig through the thank yous anymore.
Yep. But also one thing I do want to say about the TV show shit. Back then, we did the TV show. We were sellouts for being on television.
Right.
We were the first and only New York hardcore band ever to be on TV. Nobody ever did it after that. We had John Joseph in the audience. We had fucking Scarhead and Madball shirts on.
Yep.
DMS on our amps.
Yep.
All of our friends getting shout-outs. But back then, it wasn't cool. And that same day, we went and played. We did that show, then went downtown and opened up a Dropkick Murphys at some other place. But now, seeing it fast forward, all these bands on TV. I love it, dude.
But
It's
see,
like,
yeah, and I mean, when you describe exactly what you just described, that's one of the coolest things I've ever heard. but like there is definitely a big audience of hardcore kids who would see something like that and be like, yeah, that's fucking whack. That's not hardcore. So it's like
there always was.
There always
yeah,
and it
yeah.
always will be. I mean,
always going to be
people
here.
are hating on things right now that are different from what we're talking about. That because there's just haters, man.
It's a sad world with that shit. It's just people have times to hate people all day, and I don't know.
honestly,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll go back to your record though.
Okay.
Cheeky's on the record though. A song called "Crossed Off." It was really cool.
Cheeky.
It was really
Shout
cool.
out to
Really cool
Cheeky.
hearing him on the record too, because I haven't heard him on something new in a long time.
Dude,
So-
he sounds solid
Sounds
as
sick.
fuck, too.
How do you link with him? Yeah, go ahead.
The first song is Belly the Beast, right?
Mhm.
And there's that like right out of the gate when the vocals come in, there's like a lower tone, right? Is that Demise-ish kind of inspiration?
That's Dynamo inspiration too.
Dynamo.
Yeah.
We need to get into Dynamo
Dynamo.
lessons. I'm
All
putting making
right.
a list of all this shit.
Yeah.
Because to me it jumped out. It kind of the delivery kind of had a cheeky
Yeah.
sound to me.
I mean, I actually have been told like by homies 100% that my voice reminds them of Demise, so that's
Yeah.
I mean it's cool. Which it's definitely an influence, but like the lower vocal that's like kind of off time
yeah.
on the whole record, that is a whole that's straight from Dynamo. I'd like to think that
Damn.
Combust is like equal parts Killing Time and Dynamo.
Well, when the night I texted him, and I'm not going to get it right, and I was totally meant it in a fully complimentary way, even though it sounds kind of stupid. Is like they sound like. Again, I'm going to fuck it up.
I have the text. Can I
Do you
get
have the text? Yeah, read the text.
let me
Read
get
the
the
text.
I want to hear what this says.
This is great. That
But it's cool how much like Carl's getting props on.
I
from
love
you.
it.
It's-
That makes me want to
this
go
is-
back
it's so sick,
and
man.
get with it.
Also, we got fucking Scott Vogel on the track too. He had to have
Dude,
Vogel on.
yeah, I
here,
mean
too.
I had to.
Shout out to Vogel. It's got the sickest transformation right now. I just had him on the pod recently. He lost all the weight.
Yeah, good for him, man.
He looks amazing, dude.
He's
He's a fighter.
He's really about being healthy. I mean, every day
Walking.
on tour, he's making sure he's getting his steps in. He's always doing yoga in the morning. Like, yeah,
Fucking yoga, dude.
Yeah.
I never tried you. You ever do yoga, Maddie?
I mean, I dabbled, but I never stuck with it. I never quite got the rush out of it from, using dumbbells and calisthenics.
I've never read a text on the podcast before. I'm excited to read this text from you. Also, this is Maddie wearing the original Cro-Max shirt, doing the fucking Harley face. That shit is
1987.
so fucking epic.
Okay, I'm gonna see what you wrote about. Let me see what you wrote about Combust on here.
See,
Hold
now
on.
I'm curious. to see.
Just so you know, I texted him that because after he told me.
About the band, you're like, I'm
Well,
already.
I was
I'm
listening.
already- I'm
to
already-
him.
he's like,
I was
I'm already
listening to the
listening to it.
record.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, these dudes are dope, and I sent him a link to one of the songs. I shared
Yeah.
one of the songs. He's like, bro, of course, I'm having them on the pod and blah
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah.
hang
And I
out.
said, okay, tell him this.
Tell him this.
Okay, let's see. Listen, at any rate, let's see if we can find this text from you. How long ago was it, you think?
It is a minute.
Hang on. I'm gonna try to find this. Ask him a question while I'm
All
trying
right,
to find this.
yeah.
Okay, finishing this whole.
So I'm just trying to get a sense of what your assessment is of that '90s peak,
this band. Okay.
if it was true or not. But you can compare today to that. So what do you think?
I mean, yeah, I guess just to reiterate, I mean, I would say there's comparisons for sure. I mean, especially with like the merging of, again, I wasn't there, so I can't
That's okay.
say.
But what you think it was? Do you feel like it's
but what
close
I think
now?
I saw where essentially those bigger festivals, and then like the bands were kind of linking up with bands like, Sepultura or Machine Head, or like, when they were having their big thing. It's like,
Yeah.
So and like Biohazard was making it kind of like a big thing. So
they
like,
sold 1 million records. Biohazard, dude. They're on fucking MTV.
so yeah, so it was like,
Great fucking.
I know what he's
band.
talking about though. The whole shit was just popping.
So
dude.
that
it just seemed like that era was like, oh, the more mainstream metal stuff, like for the time, was kind of merging in with the hardcore stuff.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I think
So-
Biohazard made that happen. too.
Yeah, and like that was
I
kind of
mean-
like a peak for the 90s for hardcore, I would say, right?
I mean, we're giving props to a lot of bands that are important, and Biohazard has to be on that list too, man.
But they
Yeah.
and then to go back to one of the other things, I imagine Biohazard was not considered a hardcore band by a lot of
You're
people
right.
back then.
You're right. It
No,
was,
and I had a riff with Evan. They
That-
squashed it recently.
and
Oh,
you weren't
shit.
you weren't alone in the way of thinking of that. It just kind of was, they were different.
Yeah.
And to their credit, they weren't exactly trying to say they were hardcore, right?
Yeah, I felt the type of way because they had me and all my friends in all their videos, right?
Yeah.
And I just felt, I don't know what my thing was. I started making a thing on stage where I say, you guys want to hear a joke? Bio has a New York hardcore. That was my joke. And so then Evan came. He came to the show and he wanted to talk to me. It was H2O Madball show in Long Island at the PWAC. He pulled up with his kid, who now I'm friends with his. Now I'm so tight with Evan now. But he came and said, "Can I have a talk with you?" We had a talk about like face to face, shook hands and hugged, and it was all love.
I mean, again, to be fair to
But
you,
I was being so protective. I'm being so worried about it.
Right, right. And we all were. We all
See,
felt.
I love that though.
We all felt that level of protectiveness, and sort of like. I mean, it just was ingrained in all of us. And again, to Biohazard's credit, I don't think they ever tried to say, "Hey, we're a hardcore band."
Yeah.
And look at where they took that.
Yeah, 100%.
But
I love that because I think if you love something as much as, and I obviously when you're
maybe I felt the way you feel now, like
exactly,
I was protecting something.
exactly.
That's what I told my friends.
When you're a hardcore lifer, I feel like you feel something so insanely deep for this that you want to protect it with everything that you have.
Yeah.
And I think,
But right, and it took a minute for people, but it was great that Biohazard did what they did because it stretched the boundaries.
Yeah.
The first time meeting him was in the Live on NYC video in 1991, Agnostic Front, Gorilla Biscuit, Sick of It All video that just came out on vinyl, by the way. But Stigma
the VHS thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Sigma waves me
so
on
sick.
stage, and I bring
I
the
keep forgetting
I
that
bring
you
the
were.
I bring the American flag out and I hold it up, and then
It's
the
you
other
and
end, it's
Evan.
Evan, bro. That's the first time meeting
I always
him.
knew it was Evan, and I forgot that was
He
you
had like
on
tight
the
blue
other
jeans
side.
on, like his hair and
Yeah,
shit.
and you can see Bobby and Billy on the side of the stage during Sick of It All, during
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I mean, we were good friends with those dudes at that time. They were up and coming, and we were just getting to know them. And I mean, we saw it. They were killing it. We knew.
fucking can't.
I don't think anyone knew that they were going to get to the level that they truly got, but
Also,
we knew they were on.
Not
the,
for nothing
on the
though.
way
They
up.
took like 25 Light, Marauder. They
They
put a
did,
lot
man.
of bands on.
Yes,
they brought a
they
lot of
did.
bands out with them
Yes,
back
they
then.
that's
did.
awesome.
They
did
really
it.
did, man.
They did it right. I
Madball,
nothing but
Doggy
respect
Dog,
for Biohazard.
Leeway. They brought fucking everybody out, man.
Nothing but respect.
I
for
got your quote.
Biohazard.
If I get your text about his
Bring
bands. Okay. Killing Time, it goes, I just got turned on to these fools. Killing Time inspires Madball and Chronothorns to have a baby that hangs out with Demise and Leeway's kids.
That's
Basically
awesome.
a fresh band doing real 90s hardcore vibe, but they still doing it their own way, and the singer kills it. Look at that shit,
Love
bro.
That's insane.
That
words
was just-
from,
that was-
insane
That's a
words
sick
from
review
a,
from
yeah, it really is.
bro.
That was just coming off of the cuff as I was just
Might have to frame that one.
send
as
that
I was
to you.
just as I was just really starting to absorb it. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So this record just came out 2025. Fuck, Beauty
Yeah.
and the Beast.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of tours coming up on it?
We did a bunch so far.
Yeah.
We kind of did like every portion of the U.S. so far. And now we're doing this one for the West Coast. This is like kind of gonna be the last official Belly of the Beast portion of the U.S. tour.
Okay.
Um,
Where do you guys play in New York at? You play in the city too?
we're doing the city with Judge and Integrity and Earth Crisis.
Oh, you're doing
Wow.
that?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what we're
bill.
they're gonna see
Yeah.
it out here. You're doing that run? That's
Yeah.
Damn, you're hyped on that.
That's
bro.
a whole tour. That's a package.
It's
Yeah.
like 4 days. Yeah.
4 days in Cali, 4 days in the East. We're gonna see it in October out here.
We're not doing the Cali one though.
But still,
Yeah.
that's a great bill for you.
Yeah,
man.
nah,
That's-
it's
fuck.
when we got offered, I was like, "Yo, high school me would shit in his pants if you told me."
What's the venue?
The Monarch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ready before GB.
So
It's
when we say
yeah.
when we say New York, we're typically assuming Brooklyn is.
Yeah.
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 I got you.
damn.
But we still have a bunch of stuff to announce for the rest of the
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
So
And what label? Records on Triple B.
Triple B,
Sick.
yeah,
Where's that from? Boston.
yeah,
Sick. Shout out to Triple
They've
B.
been
They've
around.
been killing it for a long time,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. I
dude.
mean, Sam's been doing his thing for.
What's his name?
Sam.
Sam.
Yeah,
Boston represent. What about social media? On social media a lot?
me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay.
I try not to be, but
Just for your
it's
band
like,
shit?
I
Yeah.
mean, I say it's just for my band shit, but I'm just fucking lying. Like
It's a necessary evil, I guess. I don't know.
I'll be like, yeah, I need to have Twitter so I can promote the band stuff, and then I'm just fucking scrolling for an hour, just getting mad at everyone's stupid takes
Yeah,
on
that's
shit.
the problem.
It's got, as much as we don't think it does, it's got to fuck us up mentally a little bit, man. The shit we're looking at. the
It's
dark
so
shit.
bad. It's so bad to the point where I'm aware of it.
Yep.
So bad to the point
Yep.
where I'm writing a song about how fucked up it is, but I'm still not putting it down. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Well, again,
It's like I know how bad this is for your brain, but I can't.
I know, man.
I mean, unless you really want to try to live like an Amish or something where.
But that's the thing, and it's a thing that like keeps me so connected to stuff that is going on
Exactly.
in hardcore,
It's true.
regardless of all the
Exactly.
negative shit.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, now half the
Yeah.
time, that's how you know there's a show going on.
I know.
You gotta be a part of it. You just gotta condition yourself to deal with the bullshit and hope for the best.
Honestly, yeah. But what it is, I just need to grow up and stop getting mad about the dumb shit that I see and just filter it
It
out.
ain't easy, man.
Yeah.
It's not, man.
I've gotten a lot better with it, but yeah, I scroll still a little bit more than I should. I just don't comment and
Yeah.
react as much as I
Yeah.
used to.
People talk about flip phones and shit coming back now too. That's like a thing.
It's
Supposedly,
not a bad idea.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
I did see someone that had Instagram on their flip phone.
really.
Yeah.
But what do you?
What's the purpose of that? I was thinking
That
like
kind of defeats the
go home and
purpose.
check your social media, but on your phone you're just talking to people and texting. That's it.
Well, but what do you do about the places now where like
Emails.
the menu is the scanning the
The
QR
QR
code,
code.
right?
Fuck, bro. I know.
Which is so annoying.
That should be over by now. I thought there was something from COVID. or
Yeah,
some
that was
shit.
like a COVID thing.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like it's
Just
well,
like
it probably-
outdoor, just like the outdoor little huts with tables on the side of the road in New York, that should be over.
I think of
It's
it more
still there,
like
huh?
There's
you know,
still some where it's like, oh, look how cute it is. No,
Yeah.
just get the fuck out of my way.
It's so annoying.
I could see it as owning a restaurant saying, "Hey, man, I don't gotta pay to print up these things and maintain it and change them all the time.
Yeah,
Just change it on the website, scan it because everyone's got the phone. So
it's
Make my
easy to
job
fall
easier.
into the convenience of it for sure.
Do you have a top 5 New York hardcore?
Oh yeah,
we know
easily.
Killing Time's on there.
Easily. So it's definitely Killing Time. It's definitely Sick of It All. Definitely Cro-Mags.
you gotta pick 5 and 5 only.
I know, but and it's like I
It's
feel
hard, man.
I feel like it changes with my mood sometimes too.
I can relate to that.
But I mean, Madball's got to be on
Gotta
there.
be on there, bro.
It's Madball's just got to be on there.
Okay,
And
wait,
Iceman,
hang on.
bro. You missed
Hang on,
Iceman.
hang on. Recap. Who did we say
You
so
missed
far?
Iceman.
Cro-Mags,
Yep.
Killing Time,
Yep.
Sick of It All, Madball.
Okay,
You got Iceman.
gotta pick one more and
Ice,
only
Warzone,
one.
Underdog.
I know, and
Iceman.
it's like, dude, it's like there's so many, and like,
All right. Well,
and
blame it on the mood right now. What's the mood right now?
I got to go with Dynamo.
There you go.
And
Fuck,
it's
nothing
Nothing wrong
such a,
with that.
it's such an annoying take to people because it's like, yo, like you can only find their shit on YouTube, but like those they did a demo in 2 7-inches and they are like all perfect and they all
Fuck, man.
it's so original sounding.
What
No
year
one
are we
will ever
talking?
sound in the 90s, mid late 90s.
I mean,
Fuck,
I don't
never
even. I don't
knew
rem-
that band.
Yeah.
Dude.
They barely played. But when I found out, I didn't even find out about this band until way later into my HC tenure. So,
HC.
when I stumbled upon it, I was like, "How has this band been kept from me? This is the craziest thing ever." It's like the riffs are just so the groove and the riffs. You would think it's Mackie on drums, but it's not. It's crazy.
We gotta check this shit out.
Dude, listen to
ASAP,
Dynamo.
bro.
Listen to Dynamo. I'm telling
That's
you.
in his top 5. In New
I'd be
York, bro,
putting
man.
people on the Dynamo, unfortunately, because I wanted to keep it a secret because we take so much from them.
Oh shit! Now people gonna know you get all your shit.
Yeah,
from.
exactly.
Damn, Dynamo in the top 5. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And what's your take? Let me talk a little bit. What's your take on like the gatekeeping and hardcore? Thoughts on that?
I mean, listen, I try not to be the negative guys. Like we gotta gatekeep it, but I hate the word gatekeep sometimes too.
I know.
I think it comes off cringe. But
It does.
but
But do you think it exists? Like, do you
it,
deal with
it
it?
exists, and I sometimes am that guy because
Yeah.
I feel like when you get the big problem with that big social media net, right?
Yeah.
Is that you get a lot of what happens is the uninformed leading the more uninformed. So it's like these people come in from social media and that's how they find out about hardcore, but they have no idea what it actually is, and then they have this platform to say whatever it is that they
That's
want.
a great point,
Yeah.
and that
And
is
then
a problem.
so now
I've
it's
seen that.
now it's uninformed people who have not been around and contribute nothing, being like, this is what hardcore should be and is. And
Yeah.
then now the more uninformed people are seeing that and they're like, oh yeah, that's what. So now you just get this cycle of fucking ignorance that influences hardcore.
So I do think, thankfully, a lot of us are starting to, really catch on to the bullshit, but it's hard, even for the best of us.
But it's hard when it's hard also when you're coming from a place of like this is what we've been into our whole entire lives. We love this still. This is still something inside of us. We still play music. We still love what's happening in the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be offended by it because you carry it in your heart. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I mean, it kind of goes back to the Biohazard thing with you, right? I mean, that's where that was coming from.
You were passionate about it. We still fucking love it. We're still big kids. We love this shit.
Yep. I was having a conversation with my girl the other day where I'm like, if I really think about it, the most constant thing in my life has been hardcore, and like
you can count on
exactly what you said. It's like you've been in it your whole life and you care about it so much, and yeah, you're gonna get mad when people are trying to portray it in a different light or kind of come after it or like,
say what it is and what it isn't.
Yeah, it's like, but it's like, yo, this is my life, like, and you know, so yeah, you're gonna care.
Yeah.
So I think the quote unquote gatekeeping comes from a place of where it's people who truly fucking care about the shit, you know, rather than just like being cool with it,
protecting it, preserving it, and keeping it.
Rather just being like, cool with just sitting back and being like, all right. Nah, especially we're from New York. We're a very passionate group of people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? So.
And there's also people that like, I'm going to say it too. There's also people like this music, the way people dance to this music and look so scary and wild to the outsiders and the normies is that the band moves you in a certain way that you want to react to a certain way. It makes you want to go crazy. Some bands make me want to get emotional. Some want to fucking snap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But there's people that think that you have to go there. You have to dress like this. You have to dance exactly this. You have to throw these moves. And they're not even doing it to the music or the message or any of it. They're just trying to act out something they saw online.
Yeah.
And that's the shit that, like, it's been around for years before the internet. Do you know what I'm saying? Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody's a poser. Everybody comes from somewhere. I'm saying. But when they just pull up and they watch something, I'm going to go and dance like this, and this is how I do it. And you might go punch the wrong dude. He's a local respected dude in the scene. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the shit I'm talking about. And that's how you learn. That's how you learn.
That's exactly it. That's the scene's responsibility to put those motherfuckers in check.
It's the same thing happened back in the day when people saw a hardcore band on the Warped Tour, and then they came to a regular show. And like, okay, this is different than the Warped Tour.
Yeah, for real.
Do you know what I'm saying? That stuff. And then when punk rock blew up, and then they come to a show like, oh, this is not what it's supposed to be like. That kind of shit. But that's how you do learn, I guess.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'll say as an older guy, coming to a show, especially when it's younger bands playing. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's playing, but I'll just say I'm there to just soak it, drink it in, right?
Totally.
I am not walking in there expecting anyone to give me any special treatment because I was around before they were.
Of course
any of
not.
that bullshit. You know, that's some tired ass way of thinking.
Well, of
but
course.
I mean, unfortunately, that can be out there. Yeah, it's
not that they're gonna know the roots and history, but I just want to say and put on this podcast that the original spiritual spin kicking arms dancer was Gingy from Absolution. I witnessed it. It was before all that. It was one of the first, and then Chaka would even tell you. Chaka Malik would tell you that. Even Saab, like Gingy, and he's still like a fighter dude. He lives like somewhere. He was a trainer, but he was the first kind of windmilling spin kicking dancer I've ever saw. That was like 88 or something like that person. I don't know anybody else who did like that. I'm not going to say anything. I'm saying that style of music. And then we had the Bulldoze. Then we had like the more beat down shit in the early 90s where shit was just like fucking crazy. Gingy Absolution is the OG, I think. And Chaka Malik would tell you that.
I know
Chaka from Burn was
I didn't see it firsthand, but I know what you're talking about.
Like this whole thing, like that whole, like, I guess the windmill, you know what I mean?
Damn.
Not saying he invented it. But you could pull up videos of Gingy on stage. He was on that like Krishna spiritual
again, growing up in the Midwest, when I first started going to shows, it was Circle Pit.
Yeah.
But then eventually...
I can't even imagine what it would be like witnessing someone dancing like that for the first time.
Yeah.
At a show, like, whoa.
I mean, Rap Bones was the old dancer too. Rap Bones.
Yeah.
I started going to shows and it was still called slam dancing.
Yeah.
But
imagine...
I remember...
So Toby is now on this podcast going on the record saying he witnessed the first windmill.
I want to say the first person I've ever seen dance like that was Gingy, man.
You're probably. I mean,
he never gets props, dude. I'm telling you right now.
He needs to be put in the Hall of Fame.
You can look at some videos, and then Stigma would tell you on the Get Home in this podcast that like Bad Brains would say "mash it up." Correct? And then Vinny started saying the way he talks, he would say mosh it up. So he might have created the term mosh. I don't know if it's fucking true or not.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I don't fucking know, but he set off the army shorts though. That's a fact. They call those the stigmas, the cut off army shorts.
I always remember.
You know, I got a pair in my bag right now.
bro.
I remember people talking about the creepy crawl, right? The get real low and kind of do this type of thing. Like
I know we're all over the place right now, but I want to say that the one voice, dude, you guys in all the military shit marching back and forth, and that fucking video was so hard,
iconic.
Dude. With Craig just marching back and forth with the fucking cutoffs.
Which is so hilarious to me still to this day. And I remember people telling me that they thought it looked choreographed. I'm like, no,
bro.
It didn't. Some people really thought that.
It's just New York style.
Some military shit, though.
Yeah, no, well, I mean.
It's just because it was in Staten Island, so.
Yeah, Staten Island.
Okay, I think also John Watson. Let's go back to John Watson.
Okay. Yeah. He was the one I was thinking
But not
of
that style dancing before. John Watson's the OG Cro-Mags crew, all that. Was he in the Cro-Mags too, right?
Maybe. AF.
Oh, AF. Okay.
He was, I mean, they were all.
Supposedly he was the one who kind of, Harley says he kind of set it up. But as far as the whole like spiritual shit, I'm telling you, bro. I'm going to stand on my shit on this podcast.
You're right.
I respect it, though.
I think you're right.
Absolution's another sick band, though.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Oh, the New York Hoods. There was so many bands, dude. Token Entry doesn't get a lot of props either, man.
Token Entry is one of my favorites.
See, me too, dude.
Jaybird is like one of my favorites of all time.
The other band I was thinking about randomly, I can't remember exactly how it came up, but it was Black Train Jack.
Oh,
great.
Love Black Train Jack.
Great, dude.
And they had a real moment, and then I don't know
They did have a
exactly
moment.
what happened.
They were on Roadrunner. They had a moment, those two records.
Yeah, that's how I really knew them, because we were label mates.
Well, the reason they broke up, and this has been talked about already, but is that they got offered a Green Day tour, and somebody couldn't take it off from work. And it was when Green Day was on their Dookie shit.
Oh,
shit. It was main support, and they had to go to Europe, and they couldn't do it, and that was it.
Whoa.
Because they had real jobs, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like, fuck. But they never really went for it. Do you know what I mean?
Damn.
Rest in peace, Rob Vitale.
Yeah.
Vitale. Oh, fuck, man. Okay, keep going with this guy. This guy's going to go do the show tonight. We'll ask you on here. What is some other type of music you listen to that wouldn't be hardcore?
I mean, definitely a lot of hip hop.
Oh, I was going to ask you. Yeah, I
I'm a
mean, you're fucking
hip-hop
born
guy.
Wu-Tang in your blood. You got to be, dude. From the Shaolin.
Yeah, I'm a big
Shaolin.
hip-hop guy. I'm a big hip-hop guy for sure.
Yeah, so like 90 shit or new
Yeah,
shit
I
too?
mean, that's how I got into it for
Okay.
sure. I mean, the 90s stuff was my gateway.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a fucking Onyx tattoo.
Me too, bro.
Yeah, let's
Awesome.
go.
I was in the slam video, dude.
Were you really?
Yeah,
That's
those are the boys, my boys. They're
fucking
coming on tour with
nuts.
Biohazard, dude. Judgment Night tour.
Yeah, that when that tour got announced, no doubt I was kind of salty combusting.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna show you something. I was with Evan Biohazard hiking. He's like, tell me the best New York bands, hardcore bands.
He asked you this.
Yes, he did. And I sent him Combust.
Nah.
I sent him.
Oh,
mine
he's asking for like current.
for that
like,
fucking tour.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna hit him up tomorrow.
All
about
right.
it.
Here we go.
Yeah, bro. And I sent him that record,
Yep.
and I sent him Painted Truth, and I sent him Mind Force.
Wow.
I was like, bet, thank you.
Wow.
But I don't know who's on that one right now with Onyx. It fucking looks pretty sick.
Yeah, nah. I think that band Bayway from Jersey.
Oh yeah,
got on that.
okay.
Yeah.
And that's the guy who was singing in 25 to Life.
Mm-hmm.
That was the guy singing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a
Jay,
25 Life fan.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely like low tier for me personally. Not my thing.
Yeah.
I think it was the vocals that I never like clicked with
Yeah.
it. I just didn't care that much. But
I mean, I'll just say,
they got tracks.
Yeah.
You know,
people love it.
when you know, I mean, we were all friends back then. It really was a fun time for, doing that, because it was all of a sudden all of us just started bands. Madball, H2O, Bulldoze, 25 to Life.
Bulldoze crushed it. It was scary.
I know there's other bands out there I can't think of.
Some
right.
other Jersey bands too. I forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, District 9 was out too, wasn't it?
I mean, I
District
can
9?
start naming other bands from that time, but I'm
That's
just
a
talking
band.
about the group of guys that
Yeah.
we hung out together as
Crown of
friends.
Thorns, H2O, Madball.
Crown of Thorns, thank you. I knew I was missing
Crown of
one.
Thorns, H2O, Madball, and then everybody came in the mix. Yeah.
Bulldoze 25.
Yeah.
I mean, like I just remember when all of a sudden, and then we got, then suddenly there's this band from Long Island, Vision of Disorder.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
they
It
killed
was
it
like,
too back then.
I mean, and they were like huge too.
They were huge.
Yeah.
And I thought, they were like on that.
great fucking band. I mean,
And they're back, and they sound
they
sick
are.
too.
Yeah. No,
But the Long Island didn't get. They put Long Island on the map back then. There was other bands like Clockwise, Cleanser. There was like
Who
another
would've
bands
been-
out there. Kill Your Idols came later. Fucking great bands.
Why do I want to say like
One of
was
the greats.
Crackdown?
Crackdown, Crackdown's Long Island.
On Long Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But VOD was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, great fucking
They
band.
were fucking killing it back then.
Great band.
So more hip hop. So like 90s shit, like
Yeah. A lot
obviously
of
the Wu.
yeah. Wu-Tang, Nas. I loved KRS-One
Yes.
a lot.
One of the greatest,
that-
dude.
That's 80s.
I mean, it's I guess technically still Wu-Tang, but like Liquid Swords was like one of my
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Great, dude.
yeah. But then like I I'd say I fell off with my love of hip hop for a little bit, just because I've just recycled through so much 90s hip hop so much. I was like, I need a little break. But then the current wave of hip hop like has the underground hip hop right now.
Griselda and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, but even deeper than Griselda is like there's just an infinite amount of hip hop going on right now that's like all inspired by the boom bap shit, and
That's
it's like
sick, man.
and it's all good.
You're gonna have to give me some names later. Turn me on to some stuff.
I have a whole crazy playlist of like just infinite hours of music of all current hip hop.
Because I got 3 young sons.
They love hip hop,
and they do love hip hop. Mostly my youngest still. No, the 2 younger ones.
They put you on too. Show me your ring. Where Pops is wearing the ring he gave him.
There you go.
Yeah. He got that for my birthday. My son Miles. But
all caps.
They found that niche, like, you know, Tyler the Creator, like the what's the crew, that crew name?
Odd Future.
Odd Future,
thank you. Right.
Yeah.
Which was kind of a bridge between the boom bap and then now what my middle son listens to, Riley, which I can't quite really get on board with, but I respect it. Is, you know, the auto tune more like
Yeah.
Okay,
but
it's not my thing either.
and they love it.
like Future or no?
I want to say
Playboy Cardi.
Like Ken Carson, right?
Yeah, they love Ken Carson.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's huge, bro.
Yeah.
It's huge. My son
and
loves
I
him
get
too.
it, and
I don't
just because it doesn't quite resonate with me fully, you know, I ain't hating on it. Like, you know, these kids.
Once again, what their hip hop is different art, but
exactly.
it's still hip hop.
That is exactly
It's
the
the same
point.
thing as the punk shit.
100%.
100% spot on.
Because my son, he loves Nas, Biggie, Mobb Deep, all that, but then he'll love Playboy Cardi, and then he loves Tyler the Creator or some other group from LA. It's dropped a song YG. Shit I don't really know about. You know what I mean? I don't know. Then we'll go see Kendrick together.
Yeah, all the current like more mainstream rap shit is lost on me so bad. I don't know any of that shit.
Oh, Mafia, Shoreline Mafia.
I've never heard of that.
Huge.
See, I've never heard of that.
Homicide Gang, you ever heard of them?
What the hell?
Or
see, he doesn't even know. It's some West Coast shit.
One of my favorites that I think's later, but still more nod back to the boom bap is Joey Badass.
Sick.
See, I like that one 1999 thing he did a while ago.
But he's calling out.
He's got a couple releases.
But now he's calling out a bunch of people. He's starting shit like Kendrick and all that shit.
So I've heard.
I don't
that I'm in touch with.
I don't follow.
You like the rap battle shit?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I think sometimes they just be doing it just to
you
do
like
it,
Kendrick?
Though. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's got a couple tracks. I'm not.
I'll tell you what. I've seen him live twice.
Bro, it's incredible, man.
And
I'm sure live it's fucking like a spectacle. It's crazy.
That adds a lot more to the picture rather than just hearing his record.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The songs just don't do it.
All right,
they do
New
it.
York through and through, bro.
Yeah.
So are you doing the band full time now? Is that just music?
I guess. I mean, it's all I do. I mean, for a minute, you know, I was my side hustle was poker. That was like my main
professional poker player. I got a couple friends who do that.
Yeah,
actually.
somewhat. I would like to. I would say there was a year or two where I could call myself a professional poker player. I feel okay with saying I was a professional
competing
poker player.
and making money.
Yeah, just cash game.
Damn, dude.
No I'm not a tournament guy, but just straight cash game.
That's sick. I had a couple hits. You remember I don't know.
But how does that work? Like, can you lose a lot of money, or do you?
Yeah,
bro.
The downswings were brutal, dude. So when this also happened. Like, I've always played poker, but then when I got let go of from my job, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play poker, because it was like there was an in between time before Combust started touring, and then like a lot, and then the getting fired from my job. So I was so into poker for so long. I was like, I'm just gonna say fuck it and just like invest all my time in being the best poker player I could be. And then I was doing that a lot, and then I went on this insane like upswing, and I made like so much fucking money that I've ever made in my life. And
damn.
But then the downswing came when I tried to go up in stakes. So I was like crushing 1-3 and 2-5, and I'm like, yeah, I'm hot shit. And then and then I was like, I'm gonna try 5-10. And if you're a poker guy, 5-10 is like said the blinds, so it's like $5, $10. But the buy-in for that is like $2,500 to $5,000. So
Okay.
if you have a losing session at one of those, you're kind of
That
like
hurts.
getting your whole fucking clock
That
clean.
hurts, yeah.
So
Damn.
that happened to me, and I had to step away.
Yeah,
'cause
I wasn't sure what
yeah.
the buy-in
Shit.
was. Okay,
Yeah, so
like-
I thought I was getting too big for my britches. So
like
you
those
know.
televised
Caught up.
those televised tournaments. Are they playing real money or are
Yeah.
they are?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so if it's a tournament, like, so essentially the chips represent value, but like it's not actual money. But a
Right.
cash game, the chips are
Okay.
like actual
Yeah,
the
sure.
dollar amount.
But like
But
those
yeah.
televised
Damn.
tournaments that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
typically
that's
see,
real. Yeah, that's real.
That's
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I mean,
Holy
people become
shit.
millionaires after winning those tournaments.
I thought maybe it was just a prize for winning, like a purse.
No, like
That's crazy.
the World Series of Poker, the
It's your money.
prize pools are like
It's the ante.
second place even gets almost $1 million.
But
Jesus.
what are you
Yeah.
coming into that game with? What do you got?
You buy in for like some's like 2,500 or like 5,000 or
Yeah.
10,000. Like,
Damn.
but these are like pro like
Yeah,
motherfuckers, you know. But
That's wild. So that's what you're doing on the side. You were.
I was yeah. I mean, I still play poker when I can. As I love poker, like almost as much as hardcore. Maybe that's like my second love.
You've been into it for a long time.
Yeah, when I found out about poker and getting through, it was like I'm a kind of guy that's like all or nothing guy.
Yeah.
So like when I find out about shit I love, I'm like all invest everything into it. It's like that's how it's been with hardcore and polo and poker. It's just like I'm a psychopath.
Damn. That's good. You can make money off that and like pay your bills and shit.
It was cool for a time until the bad part came.
What's like a daily ritual you have
A daily ritual.
when you're home?
I need to wake up and make breakfast and drink a yerba.
Yerba mate,
I'm a yerba guy.
like a hot tea or just a?
No, just the in the can.
Okay.
The cold can. I need to do that in the morning. And
It's
then
good caffeine too.
if I'm on tour, I gotta stretch. Otherwise, my sciatica is all fucked up when I play.
Mm.
Did you get that from the paper route? Because I did.
I got
did.
it.
The
I
Sunday
got it
route,
from.
bro.
I got it
Really?
from. I had to go to physical therapy after I fucked up like a dive. I tried to do.
Oh
you
shit!
know when I thought I could flip and land the right way, but I couldn't, and then I got dropped, and then I
Damn.
fucked up my tailbone really bad. I had to go to
You
physical
felt it
therapy.
right when it happened?
Oh yeah, right when it happened. I was like, oh dude, I can like barely walk right now.
Fuck.
So yeah,
So you stretch it out. You work out too.
I try to work out. I go through like phases of working out, kind of. So like for a couple months I'll look fucking dope, and then another couple months I'll look like a flabby piece of shit. So
Nice.
you know what? It's because when you're an Italian New Yorker, it's like you could slip into the pasta and sandwiches so fucking easy, man.
Damn.
Like so on this tour I'm gonna be like I'm on my healthy shit. I'm only gonna be eating like kava and sweet greens every day.
Sweet
So,
greens is a shit.
yeah.
I gotta ask a New York question. Like,
Yeah.
you go to the city these days, and again, I didn't grow up in New York City, but I was aware of the culture starting in like the mid to late '80s,
Yeah.
and then eventually moved to live
I mean,
there
dude,
in
you
the '90s.
were on Set It Off. You may as well be a New Yorker.
Well,
bro.
but my point is, I still saw, like, when I first joined Agnostic Front, the across from Vinny's apartment was an open parking lot,
yeah,
and Mott Street was still cobblestone.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
dude.
So-
that's fucked up.
So that was, you still
fucked
saw
up.
a good dose of old style New York
That was
in the
before Murder
neighborhoods.
Inc. was there.
There's still kind of a park there.
Well, but it's changed for sure.
Yeah,
Like, I
100%.
mean, we know about the changes where
Yeah.
that, and so those old neighborhoods are kind of gone in Manhattan.
Yeah.
What's Staten Island?
Well, the thing is, like a lot of parts of Staten Island are all the people who originally lived in Brooklyn and Manhattan and
Yeah.
Queens. Like they all moved to
that
Staten
makes
Island.
sense. That makes
So like
sense.
my whole family, I'm the first person born in Staten Island. My whole family is from Red Hook.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
that
and I have
makes
I have a big family on my mother's side. So they were all from Red Hook, and then they all moved to Staten Island.
Gotcha.
So, but that happens with a lot of families in Staten Island. So you see all like the old school New York City shit, especially within the food and restaurants and all that.
That's what I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
picking
yeah.
up
Yeah,
on.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
a lot of that is in Staten Island. I feel we have some of the best pizzerias and Italian food and shit like that. So,
I gotta hit Staten
Man.
Island next time I go out
Yeah,
there.
man.
Man.
Yeah,
Years since I've been out
100%.
there.
but there's still a lot of really good food, obviously, in Manhattan and Brooklyn. I
Yeah.
mean, you just gotta look for them. Like,
Yeah,
you're
those-
gonna
those
find
spots,
it though.
bro.
There's still
No,
old school spots for sure.
Yeah, I get it. I do. Yeah. I mean, we still Wohop, the
Oh.
old school, right?
What about John's? Is that a good spot?
John's on Bleecker?
Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the number one pizza spot, though, is DeFara.
Where's that?
Avenue J in Brooklyn.
Avenue
South
J.
Brooklyn.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's like the number one pizza for me.
All right. We can
And
go
that's
there next time.
that's an old school spot. That's been around forever.
And then what other hardcore bands are from Staten Island now representing? Not many.
Man.
It's like a handful.
0.
Wow.
Your entire band is from Staten Island?
So everyone besides Eric,
Okay.
the bass player, but he's like the only one that's not an original member.
Mm.
So he moved to New York like forever ago, but he's not from Staten Island. The main 4 of us are from Staten Island.
So ones that are really doing it and representing, coming out is just you guys from Staten Island, pretty much.
Yeah, so I mean, for a while it was like that with kind of every band that I would do from Staten Island. So
Damn.
like when Vice was going on, like there weren't a lot of kids going to shows outside of Staten Island besides me and my homies going.
Damn.
So Staten Island's small, man.
It is
It's like,
small, man.
It is.
It's
it
really
is.
rough.
It is a small.
I think if you were, what I want to do is to have it, because Combust is still not played Staten Island.
Really?
Combust is not played Staten Island because there's no group of kids. Like
No way.
I feel like I need the right kind of lineup in order to get kids to come out who may be like on the brink of hardcore in Staten Island, that
Wow.
maybe, like maybe you're prone to listening to more like on shit on the heavier side or like on the lighter side, like No Pressure or Koyo kind of shit. That's
Yeah.
kind of like popular for Staten Island kids.
Okay.
But like that's in the world of hardcore. So like if I get the right lineup, I want to do a show.
Damn, it's crazy. I haven't played there, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm like I kick myself in the head every day for it. I'm upset. I want to play
Fuck.
Staten Island, but the scene just died so long ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
We talked before the pod that we think maybe one Wu-Tang member still lives there, which is cool.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
sick.
Shout out Method Man. Everyone's got a Method Man story.
Well,
from
that's
Staten
like
Island.
that's running into him out
Everyone.
there.
I've ran into him like 80 million times.
And you're the Wu-Tang shirt when he
Where-
saw you. What he said.
Where
Yeah.
where was Shaolin, the projects? Where was that?
Mm.
Well, Shaolin is Staten Island.
Staten Island,
Right,
bro.
right. But where's the
As a full,
project?
so
that they repped?
so there's where Wu-Tang is from. There's Killer Hill, which is the Park Hill projects.
That's
Park
always
Hill.
rocking those hats, Park Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then there's the Stapleton projects, and then so
and that's still there.
that's all. Yeah, that's all still there. North Shore. Yeah,
Damn. Where's Pete Davidson from? You think?
he's got to be South Shore because he
What if
went
he's
to
still out
Tonneville.
there, man?
He lives out there still.
I heard his mom's there. Or
How
some
about,
shit.
Oh, his mom definitely lives there.
Vinny
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Yo, I heard he's a prick. My boy delivered food to him once and he didn't tip him.
Are you serious?
Cheap bastard.
Their family, his family owned a pizza spot near my house, and it was some of the worst overpriced pizza of all time.
All right, so I gotta just go there now. What about
Damn.
Angelina? What's the local?
I know some people who know her. Apparently, I don't know anything about any of the Jersey Shore people. I did meet JWoww on the boardwalk once
Oh, there you
at the
go.
Jersey Shore. She
they
was
live in
super
Staten Island?
nice.
No, but I just know Vinny and Angelina are Staten
Yeah,
Island.
Vinny and
okay.
Angelina are Staten Island. I don't know if the rest.
How
of
do you
them
know
are.
this shit, man?
Don't ask.
Yo,
I bet your
Jersey
wife
Shore.
knows.
Jersey Shore was a way of life when that shit came out, bro.
Shit was fucking nuts, dude. So you're in New York for life. You're gonna stay there. This is it.
That's the
Born and
plan.
bred
That's
to
the
your
plan.
dad.
I don't see myself living anywhere else. And I've seen a lot of the world. I don't see
Yeah.
myself living anywhere else.
Do you want to get married, have kids someday out there?
I would like to
Yeah.
when the time is right.
Yeah.
Not right now where I can't.
you're
I'm
fucking
still
torn,
I'm
bro.
still a baby myself
Yeah.
and mentally. So
Absolutely.
if someone gave me a baby, that'd be like the worst thing for that kid for sure.
Are you an optimist or pessimist?
Definitely a pessimist.
You don't come off like it though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I was
Like-
curious.
It's-
what you were
it's
gonna
'cause
do.
I'm in a-
he's a happy
I'm in
guy.
a great mood right now.
Okay, good. Well, you go through it. Yeah. When you
Yeah, 100%.
So you always been like that.
Yeah. I would say the majority of my life is negative thinking.
He burned a Bible, Toby.
That's true. That's a good point. You have any regrets in your life?
Yeah, all of everything I've done.
But not the Bible.
No, I mean, I guess I have regrets. Yeah, sure. Everyone does, right?
Yeah. What about therapy? You ever done therapy?
Yeah, I did therapy. I liked it, but then like here's the pessimist side of me when it comes to life. It's like, so I got real attached to my therapist and
Shit.
I had like a good rapport with her. And then when I got dropped from my insurance, she was like, oh, well, then I can't take this new insurance that you're doing. It just wouldn't take me.
Yeah, that's
and like wouldn't figure out a way around it.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
That sucks.
so
That
now
really
what?
sucks,
Now I got to develop a whole new relationship with someone after I told you some deep, crazy shit.
That's kind of like.
That is fucked up.
So I'm like, yo, well, and then I was like, fuck therapists.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you.
Because you got hurt, but that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You pay cash. That's probably expensive too.
I mean,
I know. Insurance.
Life is expensive, bro.
Yes, it's getting more expensive.
It is. And
It's
insurance
fucked
too
up.
in this country. It's a whole other podcast though. And then what does hardcore mean to you in 2025?
I think in 2025, I mean, it means the same as it's always been.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never gonna change. I mean, it's the way I live my life. It's ingrained in my brain and the way I do things and act and live out my daily fucking shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Something we're never gonna grow out of too. It's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
it's
You know what I'm
it
saying?
really
We
is
still wear
crazy.
band shirts. Still go to shows. We're 55, bro. It's fucking wild, man.
I mean, yeah, I'm 55. When I go to a show, I know I'm not 18, but it's like still.
You
That's,
just feel like you're 18
Bro,
when you're at the
yeah.
show.
you
Yeah.
saw me an underdog.
yeah, no, I didn't.
You
No,
were
I left
skanking it
before.
up for Underdog
Nah,
or what?
My old ass
I-
went home early.
I ran into Braxton Zulu. He was in the pit setting it off, and
Yeah.
then Colin was
Okay.
there from Hardware. He was in the pit too,
Yep.
wearing fucking Birkenstocks, hard as fuck. I went up there for back to back. It's my favorite
There
song.
you
He
go.
gave me the mic.
See?
He gave me.
They
a
were
shout-
great. I
he
loved
gave me
it.
a shout out about my skating skills. It was nice seeing them.
No, they-
I got a hat. It was sick, dude.
It was
you
awesome.
got your jersey?
I didn't.
What?
The guy who got it for me, I think is gonna bring it to me at Sound and Fury. So
Yeah, he did. He hit me up. I was trying to get him
I
some merch. and-
need a goddamn that Underdog jersey is.
I know I got a large, but yeah, you got XL coming to you though.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Should be an XL.
Yeah, I got an underdog finger and I got a fucking Onyx finger.
That's so
Dude,
sick.
Onyx is sick, dude. Anything else you miss with this guy? This is great. You're my favorite co-host now. We're gonna do it all weekend with you. all New York bands only. What else we got on here? What can I ask him on here? I don't know.
I have a little fun fact for this podcast.
Let's
My
go, man.
first stage dive was to Thicker Than Water.
There
What?
You go.
That was my first stage
Where
dive.
at?
There you go.
Oh, this is sick,
I
man.
think it might have been at the Knitting Factory.
Dude, that's sick. I'm
Yeah.
fucking honored, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I mean,
sick.
yo, the amount of time. I mean, I'm gonna glaze you for a second.
All right,
Sorry.
thanks, bro. Let's go.
The amount of times when I was first starting to come to shows that I've seen H2O, like some sort of combination of H2O, Sick of It All, and Cro-Mags on the same show was like,
Damn, dude.
like in that era though, y'all were playing like
a lot.
a lot.
I know it's true, man.
And, like
Fuck.
the amount of times I saw both, like all three of those bands in that time frame was. I have all the ticket stubs still because my cousin was like, "Yo, save everything because it's
That's
cool,
cool,
to look
man.
back on." But if I unearth all my ticket stubs, it's like at least 30 H2O tickets.
Damn, that's amazing, man.
Nice.
Thank you, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
nah, I mean, a very important band. So this is a cool opportunity for me.
This
I
is awesome
appreciate it,
having
man.
you here. Also, Sick of It All. Give them props too. Shout out to Lou. Just beat
Wanna-
cancer.
Yeah.
That's another band people don't
absolutely.
mention a lot too in the top. I mean, Sick
don't
of It All.
think?
I don't know. People
They
say,
gotta be.
they say the more harder things, but man, Sick of It All, bro.
They're
Yeah,
one of
I
the
mean,
best. One of the
They're-
best.
To me, it's almost like
No brainer.
exactly.
that's just it. Like
That's
you almost
how I
don't mention
feel.
them just because it's just a given. It's like
That's what I
Yeah.
sick of it all. Like you can't imagine.
They put a
New
lot
York
of bands on the
hardcore
map. They
without
put
Sick
hardcore on
of
the
It All.
map. New York hardcore on the map.
Yep.
Worldwide. You
Yep.
know, I did the '91 tour with them with Sepultura, Napalm Death, Sacred Right.
So
They
sick.
were like one of the first New York hardcore bands to go on a metal tour like
All
that.
right, so here's the question:
Who else is doing that?
favorite Sick of It All record, and you both you guys got to respond.
Fuck, man. I mean,
Can
obviously,
only pick one.
I'll let you go first, Toby.
I love the first one, obviously, because I fucking was on tour with them for that. I love the We Stand Alone 7-inch. I was on tour with them that. I love Just Look Around. It's fucking banger. Fuck. Scratch the Surface. Fuck. I love Built to Last, too.
I love Built to Last.
Should we
I
come back to
know.
you?
Yo,
I
no,
mean-
yo, people,
Gotta pick the one.
people hate on me for loving Built to Last. I
It's a great
love
one,
Built
man.
to Last.
Is that what True Friends Will Always Be Here?
Yeah,
Shit's banger, dude.
good looking out.
Good looking out,
come
dude.
on.
Yeah, dude. I
All
don't know.
right.
What do you got?
All right, it's a very hard toss up for me between Blood, Sweat, No Tears and Just Look Around.
Those
okay.
two are bangers.
But I think I have to give it to Blood, Sweat, No Tears because it's like just the raw energy in that, the vibe of those songs is like, that's another one where it's kind of similar to the whole Bright Side Set It Off argument where it's like I hear New York in those fucking songs. Like
Yeah. Fucking
Scratch the
Justice
Surface.
System.
Scratch the Surface is mine.
Scratch the Surface is your favorite.
Yep.
That's a hot take.
It's a
You
great
think?
one.
Yeah.
Okay, that right there is when shit was blowing up for Sick of It All. 100%.
I mean, that was, to me,
that was their biggest moment.
And,
Yeah.
and it's not because it was their peak that makes it my favorite, but when I listen to their records and when that record comes on compared to the two before it, I'm like, bro, this record sounds like these dudes are kings. Like, it was such a
I mean, they
great
definitely reached a crazy
sounding
level.
record.
But
I mean, what's the name of the first song? No Cure.
it's No Cure. Yeah.
Great fucking song.
Okay, what do you know about this cover? Who's on it?
I know one guy in there is
I'm gonna say it. Let me say it.
okay.
Jorge's on there.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say yeah. We got Jorge on this cover. We got Fern. Remember Fern, the OG dude?
Yes,
He was Spanish Mike. He was a hard ass dancer. And then I forget who that guy is, but we have Jorge skin down, bro. Oh my god.
Wait, let me see. That's Jorge?
Yeah, all skinny and shit.
Yeah, literally, Chris
I
Link
didn't know
pointed
that.
that out to
He
me on the
did?
territory. I was like, whoa, no way.
And then we got Rico, the OG skin. Rico's
yeah,
on
I
there.
knew that.
And then also we have Walter from Quicksand on this cover,
Really?
riding on the crowd on one of these pictures. It's a legendary. Oh, we got Minus. Minus is right there.
No way.
Minus right there. Minus and Jorge on the same cover, dude. But it's bonkers, right?
Who's the dude that's got a belt hanging down?
I thought that was Fern for some reason.
No, I think that's an old school
Skin?
DMS kid.
Oh, really?
What was his name? He was Peruvian because Hoya. I met him a couple times, but he kind of wasn't around.
And then also these two fringe girls. One of them is Leslie's Raby's girlfriend in the corner over here.
Okay.
And one of them passed away back then.
I mean, again,
Warzone Woman, I actually think, to be honest.
I mean, Scratch the Surface is iconic, and that was like what really.
KRS-One, bro?
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
Totally.
Nobody did that shit back then.
But
either,
when I listen to the records, you know what I mean? Just like as someone,
Yeah.
I sit down and go like, what's hitting me hard as a record? It's Scratch the Surface.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
I love the two before it too. I'm not saying
I respect your take. It's
What's the video where they showed the moshing moves?
Step Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sick.
One of the coolest
You weren't in that video?
Fucking
I'm in Scratch the Surface.
That's right.
But yeah, the Step Down.
Step Down is so fucking funny, dude.
What's the random scene in Scratch the Surface? It's like a clown or something. Like there's a crowd surf scene.
That's me.
Is-
I'm stroking a rubber chicken or something. I'm on the crowd. I'm also in the Civ video in Leopard Al Thong.
I remember
That's
that.
fucked up.
I remember that.
That's crazy. So many. I could talk all day with him though.
I know.
I just feel like you're old. I mean, I know you're only 30, but you're definitely are. I don't know.
That's
Like
that's what Chris did to me, bro.
Talk
He made me an old head at like
Chris
age.
Link you talking about?
No, my cousin.
His cousin.
Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, shout out to Chris, dude.
He made
How old
me.
is he?
Is
he 50 now? No.
I think he's in his 40s.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was always at all of our shows, man, for a long time.
Yeah, dude. He would. He tells me this one story about.
About shoes or something?
Yeah, about how he brought you shoes or how he lost shoes or something
Yeah,
like
somehow
that.
I had no shoes at the show, and he loaned me shoes for a show in Staten Island. Some big ass bulky, maybe Air Force Ones or something. I forgot what it was.
you brought him up to sing a song and he apparently like just froze up completely.
I think so. That's true. What was a club out there? It was a very famous club out there. What was like a big band from back then from Staten Island?
CR.
What's that?
CR was like definitely one of the biggest
Okay.
Staten Island hardcore bands
But there
for
was like
sure.
another
I-
one.
that-
Fallacy.
I mean, I was gonna make that
Mudfoot.
comment earlier. I don't.
Mudfoot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
remember them.
Okay, the Mudfoot singer's in the Time Bomb video with me. He came. He's like,
Oh,
kind
really?
of, yeah, he's in the
shit.
video
Oh shit.
too. Yeah, he was like a skin, kind of like a.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn,
Staten Island had its like own little world even then.
it really did, right?
Yeah.
And there was a scene popping back then for sure.
Yeah, but it was like confined to Staten
Mm.
Island.
I told him I took the train out there when I was younger into the Wu-Tang store. I still have a Wu-Tang coffee mug I got from there and some fucking.
You gotta
Wu
show
Wear
me that
shirts.
after
See if
this,
I have
yeah.
that. Yeah, that was a shit back then. Fucking Wu-Tang was incredible, dude. Anyway, thank you for being here, man. This is
Yeah,
fucking
of
awesome.
course, man.
You
This
any
is
more
great.
questions for him?
No, man. I think we covered it. It's great.
That was fucking
Great
great
conversation.
Man. Great
Really.
Yo,
convo
thank
with
you
man.
again for having me in.
So fun,
cool.
dude. And people can find you on Instagram. You check your DMs and talk to people and shit? Not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not anyone. DM me if you want.
And then the Combust, and then music's out now. And then keep touring on this record for a little bit, probably, right?
Yeah.
And head out to. Well, it's gonna be after the fact, but program tonight should be a fun time.
Oh yeah.
But then you got shows with Integrity, Earth Crisis, and Judge. It's fucking amazing. That's October, I think, right?
Yeah, and then there's more to announce than that, but you'll they'll see it eventually. So
Then I'm gonna see you guys on Sunday. Yeah, we're
Hell
gonna go
yeah.
to Sound and Fury this weekend.
Hell
Sound and
yeah.
Fury 6, such a great show.
I'm so excited to fucking play.
Oh, it's your first time playing it
First time playing and first time being here.
in Cali?
No, for Sound and Fury.
Okay, you guys played LA before though, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Damn. Anything else? All right,
For me,
man. Dude, thank you so much for being
Thank you
here,
again,
man. I
man.
appreciate you pulling up and taking your time. You don't have to play a show tonight. It sucks on tour doing podcasts sometimes. You just gotta fucking.
Nah, this is great.
We're great. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Maddie, for being here.
Thank you, Toby.
Great co-host, dude.
Thank you.
You're hired. Peace. Yo, amazing episode. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you, man. Man, your record, Belly of the Beast, Combust. Latest record's probably the record of the year for me, man. Incredible record front to back. Thank you for representing New York so much, and I appreciate you so much for the podcast. Had to fact check myself, so I got Chaka Malik on the call to double check my Gingy from Absolution, see if that was factual or not. So thank you, Chaka, for your time. Also, if you want to hear more of that conversation me and Evan Bio has with my brother from another mother, that's episode 163. And thanks for listening, everybody. Peace.
Tob.
Chaka Malik. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you? Hope all is well with you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in New York.
So I brought your name up on a couple episodes. I'm probably going to end up dropping this little phone chat on a couple of episodes.
Okay.
You know, we're talking about the origins of some of the hardcore dancing, you know, that's everywhere now, all over line, at every single show. And I feel like for me, and that's why I'm calling you, is that like around 88, 89, whenever I seen Absolution or seen Gingy at one of a Burn show or just him in general, he was the first person I ever saw. I don't want to say the word kickboxing because that's not what it was. Like spinning the arms, punch, like tapping his heart, his chest, like the arm swinging, the leg swinging. It wasn't. It didn't look violent. It looked really like spiritual, and he was really moving to the music. And it was nothing that you're just acting out a certain dance move. It's because he felt the music. And I want to clarify with you. You think I'm correct that Gingy could have been one of the first who had that kind of style dancing?
Absolutely. And Gingy, that would definitely predate Burn. So, and I've told just to Gingy, and I've reminded Gingy of this. Gingy is a major influence kind of on me from not necessarily a how to dance perspective, but an expression perspective.
Correct.
I feel like Gingy, and this is one of the reasons why Absolution was my favorite band at that time. They were like burning incense, and it was spiritual, and then aligned with some things that I kind of grew up with, and
Yes.
it felt very otherworldly, and the violence felt spiritual. It felt like it was a necessary expression rather than kind of something that I'm doing to get to have an external result. The violence is all internal. It's all an internal thing. I think you kind of mentioned that, like the kicking and the punching of the chest, that stuff was all kind of a reflection of this internal thing, not like punching at an enemy.
Correct.
But more like kind of just swinging, kind of extra, kind of like almost like a kata in martial arts, which is like the form, right? The form of the art hidden within exercise or hidden within just the different expressions of the move. But when you put those moves together, the way one of the trainers that I had explained to me as he went through a kata, and he explained that this is the breaking the wrist, breaking the neck, grappling here, but it just looks like a dance.
Yeah.
But in reality, when you combine it with an opponent, it becomes something that's way more deadly. So yeah,
Really
I think
interesting.
the martial arts and spiritual piece is for me the only reason that I would even want to dance personally.
Yeah.
And it feels so freeing and so connected to like do that to music that is like a cauldron and inviting you to really get in touch with yourself in that aspect and let something out that really needs to come out.
Yeah. 100%. Because I remember seeing it and like being in the pit when it was going on. It wasn't like nobody was trying to go punch somebody in the face or hit somebody. They were just they were like they were in the head. It was like not an out of body experience, but they were like feeling it. They were like in their shit. Like this is, it wasn't forced. It wasn't like I'm trying to look like this when I dance.
The best way I would explain it is in all spiritualities, you have aspects of a deity, right? You have a peaceful aspect, you have a warlike aspect, you have a sensual aspect, you have all these different aspects. And I know from a lot of the guys that were into like the Vedic stuff, you'll see different beings that have different aspects, right? And those the same way, like you can have like within a family, right? You have the mother, you have the father, you have the son, you have the daughter, right? In the tarot, you have the king, you have the queen, you have the prince, you have the princess. These are all different aspects and archetypes that different types of energies flow through. And these types of energy are not natural to flow through the other archetypes.
Yes.
And I think that one of the things with the dancing is that there was a channeling of sorts of energy and an adoption maybe of some of the aspects of these deities kind of from a and like Mars, right? Mars rules war, rules violence, in typical kind of astrology or whatever. So those kinds of beings, that warlike energy is something that you would allow in when it's time to go to war. When it's time to make love, you would allow in more of a Venetian energy, right? Or something like that. Venus, this is about touch and feel and what you like and that kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's all it's aspects. And I think that the wonderful thing about like hardcore is that there's it's kind of like when someone tells you a funny joke and you laugh, there's like a moment of nothingness in between, like you hearing the joke and you laughing, right? There's like a gap of like consciousness. And when you look at like hardcore, like when like I'll think even like I'm in Burns, all the shit. Like when that shall be judged, have we molded our when that part starts, almost like it's like you black out for a second, right? And then you allow that. It's kind of like almost like you will kind of allow that energy in to respond to the quote unquote mosh part or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But you're not trying to kill people during the whole song. Like you're listening and you're rocking, and then when the part comes for you to express that aspect of deity or of the universe or beingness, that you let that in. And I think definitely Gingy and a lot of the kids that were with the Absolution crew definitely were doing that, and John Joseph too.
Yeah, and HR too.
Oh, HR absolutely. I think a lot of the people that were kind of focused more on the PMA piece, I think kind of had that kind of a dancing style. I think part of the reason that might be the case is because I think that when hardcore obviously is kind of violent on its face, right? When you look at it, what are they doing? They're jumping, they're kicking, they're doing the thing. But when you come into that jumping and kicking from a positive mental attitude perspective, you realize that it's not an us versus them, right? But it's more of a communal us versus the maybe communal them, if you even wanted to take it to an us versus them aspect.
Yeah.
It's not me versus the person next to me. It's everybody in the club versus the people that hate the things that we're for, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. So that person next to you in the club is not your enemy, right? But by the same token, what you're doing by dancing is you're showing the availability to access violence if needed.
Yeah.
So
interesting, man.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I think is part of kind of how like Gingy, myself, others kind of dance.
Yeah. And then seeing it now, like now it's just insane with like the way people dance. So, well, not insane. So we've seen it back then, the windmilling, the kicking, all the different things happening now. It's just,
well, those were kind of capoeira, breakdancey kind of things. If you look at breakdancing and capoeira, you're not designed to make contact. You're not supposed to make contact in either of those.
Yeah, true. Actually, yeah.
It's a dance. They're both dances that are both in some ways martial, because breaking is martial. Breaking is a battle, right? Battle.
Totally.
Battle's martial. And obviously capoeira is the martial art turned into a dance to hide the martial art from the slave masters in I guess kind of the Southern Americas and into South America, Brazil, etc.
Yeah. So interesting, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just seeing it now, how big hardcore is, and just I went to Sound of Fury in these different shows, and just seeing the crowd, all the different dance moves. Like, oh man, I remember when I first saw that. I remember this style. Like, it's all changed throughout the years. It's the same kind of motions and dancing, but it's like, yeah, man. Well, thank you for clarifying that. I really feel like those are the first. Definitely John Joseph for sure too, and HR and Gingy, and you as well. You had your own style too, and there was always like you had a crew of people too at your shows too, like your crew of friends, and they were all had the cool styles too, you know.
We definitely, myself, Stack, Fern, Fahim, Joey Rodriguez.
Fahim, that's right, dude.
And one of the things that I point people at, and this is just as hardcore as the hard dancing, I talk about aspects. So there's a video, if you look at the Burn and CDs video, if you look on the right-hand side of the stage, if you're looking at the screen, for certain songs, you'll see Joey Rodriguez, Latin brother. He's got a Caesar haircut and like wire rim glasses, black turtleneck. And you'll see him during some of the hardest parts. He's voguing.
Wow.
And it looks so fucking hard, dude, because he's just got his hands. He's just like voguing. And it's the hardest parts of the song. People are wilding the fuck out. And he's just got his eyes closed. And he's just like voguing into the air.
That's
just
amazing, dude.
It's so hard, dude. And that's another aspect. So that's more of a Venetian aspect that he's expressing via the Vogue, right? Or maybe even a Leo aspect. You look at me express, right? I am here. Hear me roar kind of a thing, right?
Dude. Well, dude, I can't wait to have my podcast in person someday, dude. It's going to be amazing, dude.
Let's
get you out to California, man. Yeah, it'd be so awesome, man. We have such deep history. I know you on the pod before, like on a phone call, but like in person, it'd be so epic, dude.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for your time, dude. I appreciate you clarifying and breaking all this down.
Thanks for having me.
This is the tip of the iceberg for the listeners when I have Chaka on for real. But I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. Congrats on the pod. The pod is a fucking staple, brother.
Thank you, man. All right, brother. Bye.
Peace.
Gotta give a big shout out to Liquid Death. I've been in a band called H2O for 30 years. And my first real job with a company is a water brand. Go figure. Love you, Liquid Death. Love the people. Love the brand, love the concept, love what they give back, love the community, love what they do for the environment. You can go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on any of their merchandise that they make. They have such incredible collabs. Also, if you want to hear the story of the CEO, my good friend Mike Cesario, on the podcast, you can go to episode 115, part 1. And then 2 years later, we dropped a part 2, which is episode 275 with the CEO, Mike Cesario. Just a man from Delaware with a dream, worked at a marketing company and made this become a reality. Liquid Death is an incredible company, incredible water, incredible people. And I'm super, super honored to be part of them. They sponsor my life. They sponsor everything, my family. So go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on anything you want to buy on that site. If you want to get water, it's exclusively on Amazon.com. Murder your thirst, y'all. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swipe the credit card. Don't really tell me much, didn't give me much details of anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life, One Chance podcast is now with Removery. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. Use TobyH2O and get $100 off your first session. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Removery has 155 locations and 1.8 million treatments. US, Canada, and Australia. state-of-the-art Pico-Way laser technology, cryotechnology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Definitely check out One Life, One Chance podcast, episode 281. I have Carmen Brody, Mike McTurnan, and Dustin Ortle from Removery. And this is over a 2-hour conversation. People had submitted questions. It's an incredible conversation breaking down the do's, the don'ts, the fears, process, the results, everything you could imagine about getting a tattoo removed. It's all in this podcast. It's an incredible episode. I appreciate them all coming out for it. So check that out if you want to learn more about Removery and what it's like to get a tattoo removed. Once again, go to Removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out. I have a lot of friends who are sober, a lot of friends who are straight edge, a lot of my friends who are going through it. I know struggling with substance abuse and alcoholism can be really, really hard, especially knowing who to turn to. It can be really, really daunting. I'm here to say that a good friend of mine and his friend started this incredible treatment center called Refine Recovery. They gave me a phone number, 855-516-3332. You can text, you can call them. It's totally confidential. It's safe. There'll be somebody on the other line to help you out, a compassionate human being to talk to. They help you navigate the process, the insurance treatments. They accept most of private insurances. You can go refinerecovery.com, Refine Recovery Instagram. I know it's hard, but reach out to somebody, man. People care about you. People love you. People want you to be here for a long time. People love you in their lives. If you're going through it, make this phone call. It's totally private. I know people DM me all the time about going through it and going through sobriety and trying to get straight and trying to take care of themselves, and the struggle is totally real. And Refine Recovery is the definitely move. Reach out to them, 855-516-3332, or text them, 855-516-3332. You can call or text this number anytime, 855-516-3332. You know the drill. This number is here for you to call.